All right. So this is Hidden Heaven, Campaign 5, Session 2. And for those who don't know, every single session that I start from now on, it's going to have a small recap scene. It's going to have a scene where someone is recording what you do, and this is going to be that. The author dips his ink once more into his golden quill. The small blue flecks at the end of the quill create a fairly dazzling display as the words he writes turns quickly into images, almost like a painting. A familiar scene transitions to a strange foreboding. Figures resting with the light unheard of rain tapping upon a metal roof. The ground outside remains yet of dry sand. At the corner of the picture lies an oval in clouds, above a river of streaming light. Yes, yes, yes. Much work to be done. Much work, comes the author's voice. And now we are back to where we were. The party, having just chilled inside the inn, has walked outside, where Sithra, smelled some spicy poison and looked to the left. And then he saw a inconspicuous snake person in a trench coat, and they met eyes.
He's the
Oh,
only one who
boy.
sees him, right?
Oh boy. Okay. So, okay.
He dashes.
All right, I'm dashing.
I dash after him.
I made that easy.
I message Natalia, like, as I'm dashing after him, we'll meet you at the ship.
All right.
All
I
right.
don't. Oh,
I
was it-
am going to cast guidance on myself
Okay.
as I'm chasing this guy.
It's all right. So,
Okay, wait, you're like, how far would you say you are in front of me? Like, you took off 2 seconds before me?
Yeah, like the moment that guy ran, I just bolted like boom. Like it was. So I don't know how quick.
So I assume you don't call for any help. You just go.
No, but I also. Yeah, maybe I make like a hiss sound, and then I run.
I just remember, I don't see who you're chasing, but I remember the last time you ran off, you nearly got arrested. So I'm trying to prevent that.
That's totally valid.
all right. I want both Queen and Sithra to make me an insight check.
Oh boy.
Insight. It's a trap. Okay. Not great. 15.
Oh gosh. Okay, I can add a D4. 1 second. Let's see how I do. Please. Please. Great serpent. I beg thee. Damn it. 10.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, find my bag, little bag of dice. It's here somewhere.
I had 16.
Cool. You notice there's something weird about this figure you're chasing as he dips around into an alley.
Something weird like he's not real.
Something off, yeah. You're not quite sure what though.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message at Sithra, who is slightly faster than I am, to say, stop chasing him. Like, wait for me.
Okay, I'm still running, but I'll message back to you.
But
What
I
do you
can't let
say?
him escape.
I wanted you to
Okay.
say the game was afoot so bad, but you didn't, and I'm disappointed. But that's
I'm
okay.
gonna send another message. And I'm gonna say, are you always this fucking stupid, or am I just lucky?
Hey, well. Okay. I got a passive perception.
You turn a corner and you see him just straight up turn around, and he literally just vanishes.
Okay, well,
Now, Talia
I didn't go around the
and
corner.
Varula, did you guys stay back?
Yeah.
I stayed
Yeah,
back.
I definitely think that Natalia would have passed on Kitty's message to the others. Well,
Okay,
to Varilla.
gotcha.
She just would have made a comment like, "They'll be back. We should get to the airship, and preferably." And I think she'd look down at Belinda, just get her some shoes.
Sounds good. Maybe we can look around the market before we leave.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
So you guys were proceeding towards the market, and then you see there's a. Oh, I didn't have your roll perception. Go ahead and roll perception, both of you. Sorry.
Oh, both of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 14.
What's my perception? I was not I have my character sheet pulled up. There we are. Perception is 2. 6.
You don't really see anything. Everything seems normal. You're just inside the market.
Nice.
Huh.
Nothing bad ever happens when that's said.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Nope.
by the way, a third party would see like there's a man in a trench coat going off towards another alley
Oh my god.
throughout the crowd.
Well, as far as we're aware, nothing's happening. We're just walking with Belinda and taking her to get
Yep.
some shoes.
And I keep an eye out for what's it called? The guiding stone.
Yep. There's a bunch of vendors selling pretty much everything you would need for an adventure, and you know, there's like there's the official like way to get a guiding stone, which would cost about like about 100 gold. You have to fill out some paperwork and things like that. Definitely would put you more on the radar. There's also potentially another way you could get a guiding stone, um, if you chose to go the less legitimate way.
That sounds good to me. I'm guessing my character would know such a way.
Yeah, yeah. You like because nomads weren't exactly like the most popular people for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So you would know that there's like a certain type of marking on a stall, which would indicate that they're friends to the nomads. So
Okay, cool. So I would keep an eye out for one of those stalls then.
you find one.
Okay, cool. I ask him, kind of like, give him some pleasantries and slip in like, hey, do you have any guiding stones by any chance?
Of course, of course. It's in my shoebox. And he pulls out a shoebox.
Sounds good. And I open it, I guess. See what's inside.
It's not exactly the cleanest guiding stone. It's got a little bit of blood on it. You're not quite sure where it came from, but he'll charge you 250 gold for it.
Trying to think as a party, how much gold do we get again?
Um,
Have we gotten any?
yeah,
Yeah.
not enough to pay for it that I remember.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, you could potentially now. One of the things that nomads have done is set up accounts. So if you think you could convince him that you are, an actual representative of a certain member, he might let you have it on credit. Though whoever actually has that account may not be very happy you did that.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. Oh, is there a line of credit running with I give the tavern's name. I'm not exactly sure what the tavern is called.
Yeah, it's due. He closes the box.
um, well, I wanted to let you know that they are going to be sending you payment shortly, but they need this one last thing to be able to go get a shipment and to get the money for you.
He squints and roll deception.
Hey, I'm not lying. We're going out on a mission for that.
That is
Am I
definitely
wrong?
still a lie. That
I'm
is not
lying.
quite the
There's no
truth.
there's no lie here. Okay.
These are not the liars you're looking for.
There is no lying in the bossing say.
There's just only half truths. That's all there is. Let's see. There's my deception. Oh boy. All right, -1. Let's do it.
You're
Minus
minus
one.
Would
Yep.
Natalia be able to do a help action?
You're gonna help him do deception, Natalia?
Well,
She's
wait.
gonna be like,
Alright, well, if I
she's-
get advantage, I got 13.
Okay, so I definitely think Natalia would kind of lean around.
And
say,
I
"Just-
slap whatever is touching my pocket.
You feel like there's like a small package there.
surprised, I pull it out.
It is a small white box with some ribboned thread.
All right. I cautiously levitate it further away from me with like basically the equivalent of Mage Hand.
Okay.
And open the box.
It explodes.
I had a feeling.
Oh,
Obviously, everyone in the market's now looking at you.
Yep. Alrighty. Time to
It was
Skedaddle
it
outta
was a
here.
very it was an explosion that was intense but very like small area. That probably would have turned someone into uh well the best way to put it is probably an ooey gooey mess.
Yep. So yeah, Varula says, yeah, thank you for your time. I think we gotta head out to the market person, and gives Natalie Natalia some eyes as she walks away.
By the way, the person seeing that, he immediately like he does the whole like you know the intro of like the Aladdin movie where the guy like pulls the thing and everything goes like off the camel. He does basically he pulls a lever that basically does the opposite. Everything's gonna like compress. It's gonna go on his camel and he's gonna like fuck off in another direction.
Yep, that's totally fair reaction. Um,
Yep.
and
did you have that in your pocket the entire time?
someone just planted it on me 2 seconds ago.
And you decided to open it?
Yep, I don't know if it had a timer on it.
Fair
Um,
enough.
Sithra and Queen, as you guys are starting to wander back towards the market, you hear an explosion.
Oh. From where?
Oh wait, we didn't stick around to like.
You guys had dashed off after the guy.
No, I know, but I meant like after he vanished, we didn't like.
You guys started. I'm saying you guys were on the way back going to them, and you heard an explosion
Okay.
ahead of you.
Did I not run this time?
I'm gonna ask you not to.
You see him take like a big breath in and a breath out. And he puts his
There's
hands
quite a
together.
few people who are rushing past you, by the way.
We
It's
can
more
walk.
like rushing by, and I'm just like walking, and you can see I'm like holding with every fiber of my body. I'll
Someone
instruct
bumps
heaven be not to run.
someone bumps into you, Sithra. Sorry, man. And he rushes past.
Breathe in again,
Check your pockets.
and I hiss out.
Check your pockets.
I check my pocket.
There's a white little package.
I guess your character wouldn't necessarily know it's an explosive unless.
I wouldn't know. I thought he got robbed. I didn't think he got planted. But can I investigate it?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Before I investigate it, I'm gonna turn around. Can I look at the guy who, like,
They're
planted
off
them
in
on
a
him?
crowd.
Okay. No.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just gonna-
gone.
I'm gonna look at the box then.
There is clearly a fire rune on this bitch. Like a sigil.
I'm gonna put it on the ground.
You would know
I'm
the
gonna
trigger
take-
is that it leaves his hands. It leaves his possession.
Okay.
So you see my hand. I'm gonna put it on the ground.
Nope. Don't do that. Just hold it. Just hold it for a second.
You'd like me to hold on to a bomb?
I would. Yes. I don't want it to explode.
That wouldn't be nice.
Just keep it. Just keep it in.
There
your hands.
are three ley lines like going into it that kind of like make it up. There's a red, blue, and a green one.
Like on top of the box that makes
Yeah.
the fire room. Does that mean anything to me?
You kind of like if you're proficient in Arcana, you could probably figure out that maybe if you slightly edit the sigildry, you might like the sigil, you might be able to make it where it doesn't immediately explode.
Can I give it a go?
I take my hand, and I place it on your shoulder.
What? My
Mm.
shoulder.
Yes.
The hand with the
The
bomb.
hand. No, the other hand. I have two.
Okay.
And I will say in the Huanti dialect of Draconic, Great Serpent, assure that I do not have to join you in your eternal struggle on this day.
Yeah, I don't speak that, so I don't know what he just mumbled.
I cast guidance on.
Okay. So can I try and
Arcana.
mess with the thing? Okie dokie.
And you can add a d4.
I can add a d4. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, haha, better. Okay. 17.
I rolled for the DC. So I'm gonna tell you that you are pretty sure you need to cut the green wire.
Okay, I should have like a knife or something on me.
You have a small knife.
Okay, I'm gonna cut the green wire.
It seems to fade in color a little bit.
Okay.
Now it
Do
only
I make-
explode about after 6 or 7 seconds after leaving his hand, instead of immediately. So
Okay. Uh,
you tell
so
me
how
this?
far away are we from the market from where that empty alley was?
couple minutes walk. Though
Okay, never
empty is a
mind.
strong word. There's always going to be like someone huddled in the darkness somewhere, because poor area.
I'm guessing Varula and Natalia would be heading towards the airship directly, rather than
I
bother
assume
with the
so.
market at this point.
Yeah.
Did you turn it off?
Not quite. We will have just a couple of seconds after you let go of it before we get blown up. Let's walk somewhere and see if we can find an empty space to just set it down and run away.
Thank you for saving us.
Oh, don't thank me yet. Okay,
So-
so we're gonna keep
So
heading
Sithra,
forward.
what hand is holding this box?
On my left.
Okay, so you're gonna have like on your left shoulder blade is gonna be a slight itch. You have like a little tiny bit of scale that just needs to be plucked.
Do side effects include getting itchy?
I think it wants you to put it down, so I'm gonna say don't do that.
I could just throw it really high.
And then it would fall back down.
Then I could throw it really far.
You want me to explain to you why that's a bad idea, or do you think you can puzzle it out?
I just hiss at you.
I hiss
Your
back.
tongue has more venom than mine.
I hiss back at you because I don't know what else to do. I'm just like,
So you guys are walking along towards the to the blimp, and Sithra hears a very familiar lullaby in the back of his mind. Just a hum.
Oh, now it's getting really bad.
okay, you're holding it in your left hand.
Yes.
I'm going to put both of my hands over his left hand to keep them on the ball.
Is this a means to torturing me?
An older man, as you walk by, kind of like nods and says, "Young love."
Ah.
What does
Okay.
he mean by that?
Oh, so many things.
So you guys
Is
see
there-
your two party members at the base of a wooden platform that lifts up to a blimp.
Okay. Is there any
Like it plays
around there?
game
Is there any wide open space?
There's like a wide open space, yeah, pretty much.
With no one in it?
I'll say if there's airships, there's got to be some
Yeah,
big
I mean,
open spaces.
there's guards everywhere at this point. I mean, there was an explosion near like an airship, so.
Okay. I'm gonna still holding the thing in his hand. I am going to go up to one of. Can I like check and see which guard looks the least anti-snake person or something? Like which one isn't giving him any weird looks?
There's one eyeing him particularly, particularly interested.
Like in a bad way.
Uh, as in maybe he likes snakes kind of way.
Okay, we're gonna go up that guy.
He's gonna ask, what can I do you for, Snake?
I'm gonna really quickly message right into his head. Please don't open your mouth. So I'm just gonna sort of smile at the guard, and I'm gonna say, "Well, we seem to have a tiny bit of an emergency situation where someone," and I'm gonna sort of gesture at the box, put a bomb in my friend's pocket, and if we let go of it, there's gonna be an explosion."
Oh, well, I see.
Yeah, and obviously we wouldn't want anyone to get hurt or anything like that. So we thought that we would turn to the guards and your eternal wisdom and hope that you could help us out a little bit.
He scratches at the remaining parts of his beard. Have you tried throwing it really far?
I message into Sither's
Request was
head, "Don't you
denied."
say a fucking word."
The words came out of my mouth as you whispered, and then I'll whisper back. Too late.
I'm gonna message back again, "I hate you." Okay. Okay, we're just gonna. All right, I'm saying this out loud. You know what? We did not think of that. We're just gonna throw it now in that opposite direction, away from us, in the
As
airship.
you should throw it.
So he pulls out like a little club, and he kind of gets into position where he's like batter up, and he's like, all right, give it to me.
Oh,
I think
no,
it's
no, no,
a
no, no.
great idea. Yes, and Scyther will start like backing up, getting ready to throw it at him.
I'm just gonna back away in the opposite direction, and I'm gonna get. No, actually not. I'm gonna back away in the same direction, and I'm gonna get behind you as like a human shield.
All right, make it good, Sith. Roll me act like a like athletics or an acrobatics. Like athletics, definitely athletics. Go for it.
Oh boy, I'm praying to my god.
You still have
Applying
guidance on
guidance to
yourself?
myself. Cause oh boy, this is really bad.
Oh
This
Jesus
is
Christ!
really bad.
It goes pretty
Wait,
low, but he goes for it.
Wait, hold up. Okay, a 7.
No, I rolled a 1.
Oh no!
It lands at his feet. And he misses, and you're like, oh, well, that he blows up, and it's now like, yeah.
I'm messaging just a very low key string into your head. I hate you. I hate you. I
If
hate
there is
Seems the
a,
gods
if you
have
guys
sent
see
us.
this in slow motion, he's gonna make eye contact with the snake person and have a single tear.
Cithra will say, "Great servant always has a price." We
Now,
can
a
sell
ton
that
of guards
soul.
are noticing you, and not in a good way.
Soul for soul.
Did I hear this from where I'm at?
You just heard a fucking explosion below you. Yeah. All you
so
saw
we're
is
looking
that
at
he
this-
threw a fucking package. This guy like swung something to like Zip trying to stop it, and he got blown the fuck up. Literally turned into mist.
Hang on, he got turned into
I-
mist, but then when Merlin's bomb or when Varula's bomb went off, they were like fine.
Yeah,
They're
it's
further
it's
away.
it's a strong explosion, but it's contained in a small area.
Okay.
Because I fear that.
I'm
we
gonna
have
run up
come
to the
into
nearest
some
guard.
trouble.
They're running at you.
Yeah, so I run a little bit up, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna lie.
I would
my
like
eyes
to
out.
hide.
Oh my god, did you see that? That guard tried to kill us.
They have they have full intentions of arresting you for a for at least an interrogation.
I would like to hide.
Go for it.
They're bringing out the irons.
So yeah, so I'm gonna eye for the least furious looking guard.
They all look pretty cartoonishly dumb and or angry.
Okay. Hang on. Let me check what I've got. Okay. I am going to pick the guard in front. And I've got a range of 60 feet. I'm going to pick the guard who's in the front of the pack, just one of the guards, and I'm going to cast darkness on him.
Okay, that's it's an AoE spell that obscures vision.
Yeah, it's got up to 10 minutes, and it's basically gonna come sort of around him, like above and around him, in like a 20-foot like sphere.
Okay.
And you can't. It's like magical darkness.
What is
so
what
if
is
you
the
contact
emotion that your character is feeling at the moment?
my character?
Yep.
Frustration.
Okay. Isn't like I just want to get away from this, or I'm just like
And like, why is everyone's first instinct to throw the fucking bomb?
Okay, understood. So while that happens, you cast a spell, and some sparkles occur.
Do the sparkles seem to interfere with the spell?
It's going to change the nature of the spell, correct, a little bit. All right. So every single person inside there is now illuminated in like a red hue that only you can see, and you can see them very clearly. So it's as if like is as if like the darkness in such a way where they are now totally blind for a period of time. Whereas you can see them, you're gonna be aware of their presence no matter what. It's basically like a major advantage in attempting to get away.
Okay. I'm gonna run for the air. I'm not gonna run for the airship. I'm going to very purposefully walk towards the airship.
Yeah. By the way, Varula, you would know that essentially there's only really one or two people that actually crew the airship itself. It's mostly just a mechanical thing. So
Okay. That's just good information to have in
Yeah,
general.
exactly. Yeah, and it's basically it's essentially just like a fucking, it's literally a ship in the air, but without necessarily having to have like a sail. It's just it's more like magically propelled than anything else. It's very simple to use basically.
Okay. Good information to have.
I will run up alongside you, seeing you make the dash to the airship. And I will say, we've gotten in a lot of trouble together, and yet I still don't know your name.
I'm gonna message because I don't want to fucking talk to you. I'm gonna message. Maybe if you got me into less trouble, I'd be more inclined to tell you my name.
Well, here's to a start of being in less trouble.
As we walk up, I think about pushing him off the airship as soon as it takes off, but I decide not to.
You guys are on the airship, and the captain's gonna. This captain's like a small little fella, and you realize he's a tiny goblin. Give me your tickets. No ticket, no ride.
I show him the ring.
We were given a ticket, right?
Nope.
Or not? No. Oh, okay.
I don't
And
know.
I didn't say you could have no stinking snaky on my boat. He spits.
We up in the air yet, or are we on the ground still?
You're on the ship.
Varula says, "Very well. That's fair enough. We'll go make sure we go buy one of the office real quick." And Varula kind of like eyes everyone and like has her follow her. Come on.
There are more guards coming to you, by the way.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Wait, I thought they lost them.
Yeah, but I mean, remember, this is an explosion. Like, this is a very large city.
Oh, there's more guards coming to the general area.
Yeah, there's more guards. Yeah, like.
Okay. Oh wait, I just realized I am not high enough level to do what I was planning on doing. I don't think.
Specifically, there's 11 guards.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself, and I'm just gonna change my appearance into something less. So, like, I'm gonna change myself into like a human, just like a random one that I've seen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do not high enough level to do what I was trying to do to help the team. Oh well. Sorry guys, can't help the rest of you. If you guys can find the rest of your own way on, I think we can all maybe sneak onto this ship our own ways. Varula teleports aboard.
You guys are already on the ship.
Oh, we're already on the ship.
Yeah, you're on the deck. You're on the deck of the ship talking to this guy.
Oh, whatever.
And by the way, the spit lands Sorry, Sethra, it lands in your foot.
Natalia's holding a hand out to try and prevent Sithra from going forward.
So
I
you
message in the
can
back of his head.
spit.
Do it.
Why don't you try that again, little boy?
Sithra.
He takes about a solid 6 seconds to build up a hoagie.
Do it, and I will kill you. Make your choice.
He spits.
In Ares, Ares is on the ship, right?
Yeah, Ares is on the ship observing this.
Can
Oh,
Ares
what?
make a, I don't know, acrobatics check maybe to catch the spit before it hits the snake person?
No, that would
Whoa!
you see as the
I'm
spit
gonna
starts to
roll for
fly.
that.
Can Natalia grab Sithra?
I'm
Before he
gonna
goes-
strike him.
All right, attempt to grapple. Roll it.
God,
Oh,
grapple
attempt to
is...
grapple. No, I'm going straight to smack him.
Natalia's trying to grab you. Grapple is strength, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Oh my.
All right,
That's a
Sithra,
22
roll a
total.
save. Let's see.
What save do I have to roll?
You have to roll. It's either acrobatics or strength. I believe.
Rolling acrobatics.
I think it's athletics for grappling.
27. I also got nat 20.
Oh my god!
Oh, I flew out
Okay,
of
so
your
here's what happens. Okay. So Sithra fucking dies to this guy, has him around the throat, and Natalia's grabbing his last half, and like Sithra's like about to like shred this motherfucker, and she's holding him like as much as she can.
I'm gonna reach down and cover Belinda's ears.
Thank you, Sithra. Truly, this is not going to help us. We're not going to be allowed the airship if you murder somebody.
He's currently his throat is being squished, and he's gonna look you in the eye, Sithra, and he's gonna make this sound. And he's gonna spit on you.
Okay, I'm going to.
Like he's making this sound. And then he's about ready to bang you in the face.
Oh my god, this guy's asking.
Okay, while they're doing their whole little wrestle strangle shtick, I'm gonna steer Belinda past them onto the ship.
She's going to kind of like notice there's like a little peddler. He's like terrified that has like tiny dolls, and she's going to ask you to buy her one.
How far away am I from the two grappling?
You're in the back row. You're about like 8 feet.
Varula sends a message to Sithra as well, telekinetically, and say, that's a good enough distraction. If you get arrested, I'll bust you out later. And she also follows everyone else onto the ship.
Can Ares cast Thorn Whip at the goblin and attempt to pull him over to him and out of Sithra's grasp?
I think that would be very difficult. I mean, this man has this little tiny fucking goblin like both hands around his throat. I'm not sure how possible that is.
I buy the doll for Belinda while this is happening.
So, well, I did tell him I would kill him. The
And you
question
are man
is
who works for
there witnesses here?
The area is mostly empty besides one man sitting in the back row.
I'd be standing at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
There is also like a thin little peasant looking dude. He just gives off this vibe of, bro, I just work here.
God, I can't you follow through. Ah! This is terrible. Well,
Okay, hang on.
Gotta commit to the bit.
Sithra has killing intent.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, like when people get like, dip tobacco,
Yeah.
how like they can spit for a while and they get like the ding sound they spit into a jar.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
does that to your
no.
forehead.
Hey, I'm gonna cast like as I'm grappling this guy, I want to cast Chill Touch, which I've flavored as snakes that kind of spiral out and like bite into people.
Yep, they bite him.
Nice.
Ares is going to shout out at this point. Hey, listen, I know that guy's like kind of racist, but he's also my ride out of here.
Well, if you would like a ride, if you could help out, that would be great. Unless you prefer to stand around.
You hear guards yell below. They're up there.
Oh, that's why I knew that. Okay.
Uh,
So
One of
there's
the
not
guards
many
rolls
people
out
on the ship in
fast.
general. Just
Correct.
I thought it was more of a crowded ship. Okay.
Yeah, no,
That's good.
it's just it was gonna be a crowded ship until an explosion happened right near it.
Ah.
And
okay.
yeah, so there's just like the peddler and like the little dude who's basically like walking around with like a broom, and he's just like trying to be off to the side, being like, "Hey man, I just
Got it. Got
Okay,
it.
He's
me
like, I don't
and
get
Varula
paid
goes
enough for
over
this
to
Karen-
shit."
Varula just wanders over into the navigation room and tries to get the airship going.
It's just a wheel on the side. There's actually a there's some
Is there an up down lever? Can I just pull that to go up?
yeah, there's just some rope basically tying to the end.
Sounds good. Oh,
And
yeah,
you see
I'll do
some
that.
guards trying to climb up the little wooden staircase.
Can I just cut that real quick?
Yeah, you cut it. The
Cool,
airship
cool.
starts to float off a
Yeah.
little bit.
So wait,
Nice.
there's like a door. So how does the entrance to the airship work? There's like
It's like a
platform
little
up?
wooden tower staircase thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the guards are trying to get up it
Yep.
Well, they
Okay.
can't now because I cut the ladder.
because you just got okay. So I've got my self disguise going. So I'm gonna run over it past him to where he just took the guards, and I'm gonna yell, "There's no one up here!"
Then you say as the airship flies away.
I don't know. I'm deceptive. Maybe they buy it.
No, that's great. I love it.
They don't buy it.
Aw, darn.
Ares just heavily sighs to himself with this whole situation that he's found himself in.
You got kidnapped by the crew.
And I, of course, am casting
strangling
Toll
yourself.
of the Dead, which is
Can
just me
Natalia
whispering a prayer of death as I let him know that I will be sending him to the Lord of Snakes. So if he hates snakes so much, have fun serving one for all of eternity, bitch! As I basically, yeah.
Yeah, as he
I'm just
as he
much
like
savage as
starts to
possible
as
right
he
now.
starts to look like he's dying, he basically says the equivalent of like the snake world equivalent of like the N word. He is very asshole. Like he is not polite.
Yo, poison spray in his fucking face, like
Uh,
just like
At that point, Ares is like, oh, well,
So
I'm not helping with that anymore.
you know, so as like he's dying, he's like, "Captain proving my point." Blah. He's dead.
Sithra.
At that point,
Let's
Natalia
serve
would
a
let
better
him go.
purpose.
Well,
Thank
Varula
you.
says, well, at least we got a free airship out of it. She
Do you
motions
guys
to like,
go around on murders and stealing airships a lot?
Not
I don't
Tell
know.
me if there are racist scum about.
First time.
Sithra, all you do when you do that is prove them
Fine.
right when you sink to their level.
But now he gets to serve something grander. I feel like it is poetic
That
justice.
is not poetic justice. That is sinking to their level and proving them right. You cannot go around murdering someone just because you are upset or you are hurt. I understand. I have been
Well,
called a
it's
demon
also
up in my day.
Varula says, well, it's also convenient. Not gonna lie. We have this whole airship to ourselves,
know-
minus this occupant. She motions to Ares.
An occupant decided to stand around while that was all happening.
Yeah.
What do
So
you
he's-
want
he's
me
prob-
to do?
Yeah, he
You
seems
could
all
have
right.
helped me pull him off.
Well, you all came on together and tried to murder the man.
Yeah, he's a
I
little
wasn't
Successfully.
involved in murdering a man.
Oh, we have no intention of murdering you.
So
as
the
it's
thin
simply
man's gonna
something
ask,
sacred.
so what do I do now? He was kind of my owner.
Well, now
Well,
you're
he
free.
was one of those. Right.
He
Okay.
nods. He looks very thin. He's like cheap labor.
I'm gonna message Sithra real fast and say I thought it was great.
I will message back and say,
Thank you.
Belinda's enjoying dressing up her doll.
Nice.
Ares is going to walk to the side of the ship and see if any other airships are following us.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Do we know where we're going at all? I forget.
No,
We don't, right? No. Cool.
we
All
have
right.
to give. Okay, hang on. I wrote it down. We gotta give the empty potion vial with the preservation thing. It needs to be taken to someone.
Yeah, but we don't know how to get to that person. Okay, cool.
All you know is that it's south.
South.
Ares, as a matter of fact, actually kind of knows the way to get there in character.
Oh, neat. Okay. Well, Verula asks, so what brings you aboard this ship? Ares. Looking at Ares.
He sighs and said, you said, so out of character, you said that I was also sent on a mission, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
what mission
yeah.
it is.
Hold on, let me DM you.
Okay.
I'm gonna check with Belinda real fast. Belinda, did you end up bringing any of your rat friends along?
She has a little backpack kind of bag, and she's like, and she nods.
Okay. Hi Hamilton. I've got this thing, the Eldritch thing, where I can do beast speech or like speak with. It's called beast speech. I can speak with animals at will, so I'm gonna cast that, and I'm gonna check in with the rats.
And sorry, Merlin, are you still figuring out how you're tying into this?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What
Yeah,
was
no
that?
worries.
Okay, so no names then? I wasn't given any names.
Nope.
Okay.
You
then
were just
Ares
given
will
a little compass to point where you need to go.
Ares will just sigh and say, I I mean, like, a lot just happened, okay? I'm on board the ship so that I can follow this compass and make my way down to talk to some people that Jeb wants me to talk to.
I
Jeb
believe
sent
that
you?
your task can still be sent.
Yeah, you know Jeb?
Yeah, he also sent us.
He tried to rob us.
Yeah, I didn't get very good vibes from the guy, so it doesn't surprise me.
Technically, he didn't rob you. Technically, his donkey did.
He owns the donkey. I'm equating him equal guilt.
Verula puts out her hand. Mind if I take a look at the compass?
Yeah, but it doesn't like point anywhere except the same direction all the time. And he hands it to you for a moment.
Yep, she looks at it. I assume she's gonna do an Arcana check.
Yeah,
to see if
it's
magical.
clearly some kind of jank ass guiding stone.
Okay, so it's a jank ass guiding stone. So are you from around these parts? She asked the Ares.
Yeah, I'm from this. We're in the city that I'm from, right? That's where we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the workshop district.
And what made you take this job up?
I kind of lost my last one because of some stuff that happened.
I'm gonna insight check him.
He's telling the truth as far as you know.
But like, I want to try and get like a vibe off him.
A vibe check.
Yeah.
I'll make a deception check real quick.
Uh,
You can test it.
hiding your vibe.
I got 17.
I got 19. So he's just kind of chuckling to himself,
or that too,
and scratching his head while he goes through the memory of what happened. And he says, "So I was looking for some more work. He sent me on this job, said it would pay really well. So, you know,
And
Wait,
now
how
you're
much?
remembering that he actually didn't collect anything in advance.
Yeah, I guess I do have to. I guess I'm gonna have to come back to the city to get my payment when I'm done.
Varula nods and says, "Well, we're coming back here too. Looks like we're on the same mission from what it sounds like. I'll hold on to this compass for you."
Uh,
She returns to the wheel
okay.
or the rope, or is it a wheel and rope?
Um,
Like
I
how
It's
is
a
this
wheel
navigated?
with a couple of levers.
Okay, cool.
One of them has a red ribbon around it and is like in the resting position.
Okay.
Ares is
I
gonna follow Varula up to the wheel and just go. Yeah. I mean, if you know how to steer this thing, go ahead and use it. I just, I'd like it back when we're done with that because it's, you see the little picture at the bottom. It's really cool. I made that little thing myself. Tells you like when night's gonna happen.
Oh, you know how to make magical items of some sort?
Only a little bit. Uh, not too much. I've given up on the trade.
So you're just taking off the life of a mercenary instead?
Oh, wherever life leads you. I don't I don't really have anyone else anyway, so
Fair enough. Well, all right. I can give you this back if you can perhaps do you perhaps know how to make any sort of guiding stones? If you have some basic
The
knowledge of
the the
artificer.
compass that you were given, by the way, it wasn't your mind module. It literally given to you by Jet, by the way. That wasn't
okay.
your that wasn't
Oh,
your
okay. So that's
Okay.
different from.
yeah.
Oh,
Just to
okay.
clarify.
Then never mind. Well, he'll pull out his other thing and be like, "Look, we have about this much time until nightfall."
Ah, got it. Okay.
Um, but then
So you don't.
then I have to.
So wait, do you mind if I keep this then, or are you gonna object to it
Yeah,
still?
that's fine. No, I'm not
Okay.
objecting to it then. I thought
Okay.
it was
Cool.
one and the same. That was my bad.
Sounds good.
Um,
So Vrula keeps it and uses it as direction. She tests out this flagged lever thing. Like just lightly
It
touches it.
has a red ribbon around it, like a red flag.
Yeah. So does touching it do anything? Just like poking or slightly pulling on it.
It has like a big old warning symbol on it.
Oh well, then I don't touch it. All right then. That
I'm
sounds
gonna
good.
ask the now former slave who's around. What's that red ribbon do?
I've never pulled it.
You know how to steer?
No, I just sweep. I eat whatever's left over.
I'm gonna message Natalia really fast. We are not taking him with us.
Without
then-
hesitation, Natalia would message back and just, I'm not expecting to take him with us. We can at least bring him back to the city when we return.
By the way, you notice that when speaking to the rats, they don't seem to understand you. It's as if they're not technically like beasts.
If I try and talk to them like normal speak, will they understand?
No, it's like
No.
you're not really sure why though.
I'm gonna reach out and touch one just to make sure it's real.
It's real.
Just checking.
I do want to say, though, when he says that he only gets to eat scraps, Natalia is already digging out 1 day's worth of her rations to pass over.
He's going to sit Indian style and start eating gratefully.
Hell yeah.
This is a month's worth of food.
I'm sorry that you've had this experience.
If we run out, there's always the goblin.
It is now like boiling from the poison.
Very cool.
Well, I guess that's food for me.
Is
Do
there
you need
how does the room work on this airship? It's like, is it kind of like, I'm assuming it's not huge.
The open deck is fairly large. The below deck is where most of your like, I guess your comfort lies. There's a couple rooms down there. Mostly it's like for storage, for trading and things like that.
Okay, but
Can
like
I-
in terms of square footage. What are you
Not
talking
mid transit.
Oh, do I know what this ship is fueled on?
You have no idea.
Oh boy. Okay.
Can I just like take a walk around the ship, see like what all supplies there are on board?
It's mostly just some knickknacks here and there. It's a passenger ship, so it's not mostly, it doesn't exactly have a ton. It's got like some barrels of foodstuffs and things like that. Got some bananas.
Barula asks if Ares knows it. Ares, do you know anything about the ship?
No, I just got on a little while ago. I was just sitting around waiting for it to take off.
Think you could figure out how the fuel system works? Want to see how much we got in here? I assume they refueled before we take off, but want to make sure.
I can try.
Per-
Can I make an investigation check on that or something?
Like an Arcana check on the engines, if it's magical or something.
There is
maybe.
like a little compass kind of thing that's built that's kind of like built into one of the wood panels near the wheel. It basically has like some numbers on it, but covered over the numbers are taped, and like it has like three sections of tape: one sad face, one neutral face, one smiley face.
And is it point towards the smiley face?
It points right above the sad face.
Oh boy. Very cool. Okay.
The sad face has a little bit of the snake eye to it.
Maybe we should fly close to the ground.
Yeah, Vrula says, well, Vrula not really looking at it.
You
at
have
the
been
moment, says-
constantly escalating to the air, by the way.
Oh, I did not intend to do that. I would have stopped it before then.
You aren't
I
really
would've
sure
let-
how.
Oh, I'm not sure how. Okay.
Yeah.
Because didn't I pull a string rope and then it started going
Yeah,
up?
yeah. You started floating away into the sky.
And then when I pushed the rope upwards, like in reverse, it didn't stop.
No,
Going
no.
up.
There was a rope tying you to the dock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. That
It's
makes
getting a
sense.
little chilly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, oh, that could also be an altitude meter. Um. So then oh shoot, what do I do? So I start messing around with some of the levers and see if any of them makes a stop ascending.
You pull the left lever, and it's you don't seem to be ascending anymore, but you're not really descending.
If I pull on it even more, do I descend? Or
It's
would you
it's
descend?
pulled as much as you can. There's two more levers, and
Okay.
then there's
I
a
try
red tape lever on the right.
I try the next non-type lever.
You slowly start to descend.
Nice. All right. So I do that to get to just I guess cruising height rather than so like we'd be above trees and stuff like that safely. But not above mountains or anything.
Well, we're in the desert. Do deserts have trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Some of them.
palm trees.
Like, occasionally. And also there's just large dunes I want to make sure we stay over too.
And you guys,
So-
you guys start having like it's a very gradual pace, and you guys
Does
flip.
Oh, by the way, does the meter change at all from away from unhappy face?
A little bit towards unhappy face.
A little bit more towards unhappy face? Oh boy. Okay. So we so Varula conveys information saying, I'm not sure if we have enough fuel to get to wherever we're going.
Right. Don't you think somewhere on board they would keep extra fuel?
Quite possibly if someone could
Is
go find
there
it.
a captain's quarters?
Maybe somewhere below deck.
Ares will wander.
Yeah, it makes sense for a
Wander
ship like
down.
this to have emergency fuel.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for, not a gas can, but like the equivalent.
So, going below, you you find like a small room that's locked behind like a padlock, and it has like a little label saying emergency store.
Can I find this?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think there's fuel in there, but I'm gonna go in it anyway. Can I pick the lock?
It's unlocked.
Okay. I'm
So it just has like a loose padlock on it.
Okay, I was just nearly blown up, so I'm gonna very cautiously open the door.
You see a small crate in his barrel.
Okay. I'm gonna pop my head upstairs super fast. And I'm gonna go over to Sithra and say, hey, do you want to help me go through the dead guy stuff?
Yes, something I can probably contribute to.
Okay. So I'm gonna take him back down, and then I'm gonna show him the crate and the barrel, and I'm gonna say, how about you open them?
You look at the crate, and inside the crate is a small little lockbox. It's
Can I
heavy
check
though.
if can I check if it's like trapped to explode?
You don't see anything overtly. It's like you would keep like it's like where you would keep like money temporarily.
Okay. Can I try and open it?
You could roll a dexterity check, like sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or straight dexterity?
Sleight of hand.
Okay, because I'm better at that. Haha, 20 total.
You unlock it. And inside, the chest itself is really heavy. Inside, there's a couple of letters of credit.
Okay, say that like someone who doesn't know what that means.
Okay, so essentially, these are basically the old world forms of dollar bills, in the sense of like these letters are essentially they're kind of like bearers bonds, as in if you possess this, you own this, and you can go bring it to wherever it is to withdraw the amount of money it represents.
Okay. So I'm gonna like. So there's just paper. Does that match up with how heavy the box seems?
It's just a really heavy chest, it seems, as far as you know. It's like it's heavy duty. Like it's design kind of designed where if you drop it, it's not really gonna open.
Okay. So I'm gonna pocket the bearer bonds things, and then what's in the barrel?
Oh, sorry. There's also a small little vial of ink, basically. It seems.
It seems like it's ink.
Yep. It's purple though, so but it looks like ink.
Yeah. It looks like ink. Okay. Can I Arcana check it? See if it's like invisible magical ink or something.
Go for it.
Bad. 10.
You have no idea what it's really used for.
Okay. I pocket it anyway.
Okay. So, all right. So, above the barrel is a kind of like a post-it note kind of thing, and it's like note to self: refill emergency fuel.
So if we check the barrel, is it empty?
It is empty as fuck.
Ah, boy.
Of course it is.
It seems pretty obvious this guy was a real penny pincher.
I say to Cithra, you have to tell Natalia.
How do you suppose I do that?
With your words.
Enlightening. And I will head up to tell Natal.
Alright.
I like to imagine the rest of downstairs.
I like to imagine at that point Natalia's definitely been checking on Belinda to make sure she's okay after a man was like murdered essentially in front of her.
She's
blind,
currently
and I
enjoying a
covered her ears.
lollipop.
As long as she's good, Natalia's good. She's so when Cithra's coming up, he's just gonna see her like crouched down beside Belinda.
You've taken to the child.
That I have.
She's going. Belinda's going to ask Natalia if you can get her a barrel.
Can I ask why you want a barrel?
More comfortable.
Don't you think they'll be harder to move?
Nope.
Fair enough, I will not question it then. We can do our best to get you one. I'm sure there's an empty one somewhere on the ship. But what did you need, Sithra?
Seems that the supply storage is looking rather thin.
Elaborate. What you mean by thin?
Well, we have uncovered things that we don't entirely know the nature of, ink bottles and the like, but
Alright. I can take a peek at those if you need.
perhaps
not-
just
At that point, Natalia definitely will stand up and start going to go walk down and kind of motioning for Sithra to follow.
I'm checking out the rest of the downstairs while this is happening. What other rooms are there?
Just some very basic quarters. There's like a couple of beds here and there. A couple of chests, but nothing really noteworthy. It has some clothes. There's like, some very, just like some very basic stuff like coats, things like that. There's even like a little kind of like small barrel kind of thing that's filled with like some fresh water.
Okay.
Beyond that, not really much of note. By the way,
No light.
I want you to roll me a perception check, by the way. So when you like open the box, I want to make sure everything was covered.
How big
Hey,
are these bonds, by the way?
Uh, both sides like a modern birth certificate.
So,
18.
so fairly large. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like, well, maybe
It's
like
not
maybe
too
like
big.
half the size. Like it just is like as wide. If it's like kind of wide, fairly large, but not like overly so.
18.
Okay. You notice like when you're when you're going through the notes, so there's a credit. Suspiciously the actual amounts were empty.
Like, if I bring them to a person.
It's like it's a
they're worth
blank
nothing?
check.
Oh. Okay.
It's all they have like a couple of names here and there, one that's like, like that's very foreign, and one that is, one second, let me actually get that name.
So, like, I could fill in the amount and take out however much money I wanted, basically.
Yeah, assuming the quote unquote account had it had the
Some
amount of
credit for it.
funds. Yeah. One second. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I had this note written somewhere. Just trying to remember exactly which of these fucking documents had it in.
I assume you haven't told us about these documents at all.
Cithra was definitely there when she grabbed
Oh,
it. but-
okay. So Sithra would have seen it.
Yeah. Now, regardless of now whether or not how much he would have said is,
Yeah.
He was like, we found some papers.
yeah.
The name you're looking for, is this for the person that I would hand the bond into? to
This is
collect?
it's the name of the person who account this belongs to. I'm trying to
Okay.
grab that. It's really important. I just forgot the damn name. I haven't used it in a while. I'm very like generator user, so like all right, here we go. Okay.
Good fortune.
All right, so um okay, the name is Bigglesworth.
Bigglesworth?
Yes,
No, like first name, just Bigglesworth.
Bigglesworth. His most
Genuine
esteemed
person,
visible
creature.
his most esteemed self is his title.
His most esteemed self. Okay.
Esteemed in death, I'm sure.
You're not here. You don't know what I'm finding.
Oh, I thought I followed you.
Yeah, but then you went upstairs, and I'm still looking at
Yeah.
stuff.
You're still walking
Oh,
down the stairs
sorry.
with Natalia
I
right
thought we
now.
came back down. I thought we
No,
were
no,
talking
you're
back down.
good. But I do
Oh
want
my
to
gosh.
say that, like, as they're heading down the stairs, Natalia definitely would stop for a second. She's just, so you said thin, and you said you found bottles. I wanted to get away from Belinda. What? Thin doesn't exactly sound like finding something.
Well, this. Perhaps is best for the friend who wishes to go by no name to enlighten us.
Right. That's a bit alarming.
Ares is gonna turn to Varula since he's still up there in the
Yeah.
steering room. So what brought your group together exactly? You don't. It seems like there's a lot of tension going on.
Mostly happenstance. We all ended up here together through well, let's just say we got knocked out and woke up in a mysterious room together. We've been trying to figure out how we ended up all together.
Interesting.
Yep, that's the gist of things.
So you guys have descended below a cloud line, and you're clearly like you've been traveling for at least a couple hours, and the city has been left far behind, and you notice from like across like a plume of clouds in the distance, um, some white sails kind of like are barely visible through the top of the cloud.
White sails?
Yes, like small ones, as if like a different kind of like ship.
Coming towards us or sailing the same direction as us?
Yeah, pretty much sailing in the same direction. They're like above you.
I'm gonna find a former slave. He's like, what race is he? Is he like a human?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like pretty much passed out in a food coma, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna poke him and wake him up.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hi. I don't think I quite got your name.
Why you do this to me?
Oh, sorry. I can't just call him former slave.
I never had a name. I grew up in slavery.
Tragic. How do you feel about Billy?
Well, yeah, I was always told I was like a goat.
Fantastic, Billy. And I'm gonna point at the ship that we can see, sort of. Would you happen to know what that is?
He kind of looks up, kind of sleepily. He looks at it. His eyes kind of open wide, and he fucking books it downstairs.
I go after him.
He is currently trying to open a crate in a corner.
Okay, hi, Billy. You maybe want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, sure. Take one. He hands you some kind of weird thing to strap on.
Oh, you're gonna jump.
Better than being on that thing.
Okay. Billy, friend, you want to tell me what that thing is?
Nope. He trying to get it past you.
Nope.
Do-
Okay, I'm stopping him, and
Do I recognize what it is?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna call up. Can I get some help down here?
I definitely think at that point Natalia, who was on the stairs, is gonna look at Sithra and just gonna go.
Oh yeah, you know I'm running.
Oh, you see Billy, and he's like, and there's basically only two kind of little, basically amounts to parachutes, and he's like, it's not what it looks like.
Right.
Our
How about we
dear
put
friend
everything
Billy.
down?
Sorry, what'd you say?
No, Natalia's just like, right. How about we put everything down for a moment?
Ares,
What's the gate?
are you still up? Are you still at the top deck?
He's going to come down, but before he leaves, he just wants to take a quick look at what the gauge is looking like on fuel at this point.
Really low. However, more concerningly, the it's gotten significantly darker in a quicker period of time, and like the winds have gotten a lot more howling, and the ship has kind of closed the distance, and you can see a kind of strange figure inside of like kind of like a strange clothing, almost like a trench coat. And there's this weird like apparatus attached to the side of his ship, and he points it at yours.
Hey, maybe we should go now. And he
Side of your
grabs
ship explodes.
Varula. He's gonna grab Varula and drag him to the side of the ship that didn't explode just now.
Wait, did the ship just explode?
Side of
The,
it.
the side of your ship just had like got a massive fucking hole in it.
So do we feel that?
Yes.
Like downstairs?
And
Yeah.
Billy's gonna look to the gap to his right and dive for it.
Right.
I grab for him.
Ares
told
is
you.
just going to shout, "Everybody jump!"
Varula, get Belinda!
Varula grabs her.
I say to Natalia, "This is why I didn't want to bring a child."
We'll talk about that later. I said that there were risks.
Belinda currently
Wait,
is
how
is
exactly
stuffing
do we plan
was
on getting down?
before she's grabbed, she's stuffing her pockets full of candy.
Where did you find the candy?
She's got her
So, what-
priorities straight.
Where is the other ship in relation to us? Is still above us?
Slightly above you, about 150 meters away.
150.
All right. Well,
And
How
what
many-
happened to our ship after it got shot? Is it still just hanging in the air, or?
It is more rapidly descending, put it that way.
Okay.
Is that what we
and if
plan
I-
on getting off?
Okay. Trying
well,
to
time
figure
to
out.
see if the rings work.
Ares is jumping.
Oh, that's right.
and
I forgot we got those rings. Oh yeah. One of you with the rings might want to carry her. I can't take more than one passenger.
No, she should have one. We gave
Yeah,
her yours.
Natalia
Oh,
gave her her.
oh,
by
I
the way,
forgot that.
Queen,
Okay.
you tried to
Cool.
grab Billy, and he fucking this dude is like this dude's like the naked the naked deaf man. He just fucking the greased up deaf guy. He just fucking slides past you.
Apple. Okay.
Ares is jumping off of the ship and just saying, "Trust me, let's just go."
We jump.
I think
Uh,
Natalia at that
and-
point is by the side of the hole, and she just looks at Sithra and she's like, "Shove me! I can't jump."
I push her.
And,
Natalia's holding the arm of Belinda and kind of drags her with her.
She definitely
Everybody
would have wrapped
that
her arms around her and like pull her close. I thought that Varula had Belinda though.
Yeah, I could grab. I have
Oh,
Belinda,
gotcha.
but-
Okay.
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 Yeah.
everyone that Ares can see,
forgot
he's
she had the ring.
going to be casting Featherfall on.
Thank God.
Cool.
Yes, our rings are jank as hell.
How many times can
Okay.
you cast Featherfall exactly?
I think 6.
I have 3 spell slots.
But one cast gets up to like 6 people, I think.
Yeah, it's 5. It's
So,
5
Queen, did you
people.
keep that little parachute thing?
Yeah,
Wait.
but I didn't put it on.
Wait, isn't it? Don't I
My
have
charac-
everybody?
My character doesn't necessarily need it, but I don't know if I can convey that.
In that moment, Ares is casting it on himself and the 4 other people of the party if they're in range of his sight.
We've got the child.
Can you?
Yeah, get the child.
Oh, that's right. Each spellcasting has a certain number of people, right?
Yeah, it's 5 people.
Okay, you have enough to get everyone pretty much. And you see Billy kind of like gliding off in the distance.
Well, unless he gets to be free.
I don't know if he can make it in the desert out there by himself though.
Well, then he can die free.
Sithra
kinda
equally
nods.
unconcerned.
I'm watching the ship as we're all falling.
Yeah.
Is it like, is it noticing us as we're falling out?
The ship got another as you guys jumped, the ship got another shot, and it's like being blown to hell.
But they're not aiming any cannons at us.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
where does it look like we're gonna land?
In the fucking desert.
Crap! Did you grab the guide stone? Okay.
All right, everyone. Everyone lands rather unceremoniously.
Nice,
Can I
nice.
make an acrobatics check to land ceremoniously?
No.
Damn it! I want to do a cool, triple
You're
backflip
lucky I didn't make you
somersault
manage it
into a hero
because
pose.
you're lucky I didn't make you manage it because you guys fell like 1,000 feet in the air. So
Okay, hang on. So we were like 1,000 feet up.
over, yeah,
I'm pretty sure Featherfall only lasts for like a minute.
yeah.
Well, he has 3 casts.
Past minute when we're just at, just about.
You guys just like are floating, floating, floating.
Poor
You can
Natalia.
cast it twice. 'cause,
Technically,
like,
technically you can just cast it once we're like lower.
And we're
I
close
just-
to the ground.
I
Yeah,
just
I
imagine
realized
Ares
that-
like
yeah.
panicking, pulling out like the little fucking component pouches.
Yeah, if we were that high up, I would have waited till we were like halfway down.
till we were a minute from the ground. Actually, sorry, till we were 40 seconds from the ground, just to be safe, right?
All right, so you guys land with pomp and ceremony, Ares. Congratulations.
Let's go.
I do not.
Everyone else kind of falls, and Ares just like glides down like fucking Thor.
No, I do not do anything resembling that. I like land and immediately fall.
The thing is,
I do, like,
Natalia would also
5
just
backflips.
Natalia would definitely land, go to her knees, throw up, get up, and then find Belinda.
Is there anything around us to hide behind?
There's a destroyed airship a few hundred meters away
Oh my.
Okay,
that crashed and exploded.
Oh,
man, it's just open desert, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to. Oh no, I can't do that till level 5. I guess I'm just gonna try to like bury myself in sand, except for like
Let's just
the
start.
top of my head, so that I can. They're gonna see us if we run.
Well, I don't think they care about us. I think they want whatever's on the ship, which is not all that much.
And I think we
What
already
is
took them.
what is the
What
guy
did you guys
doing?
see in What did you guys see in the stores when you were looking for fuel?
Not fuel.
Is there anything else down there?
Verula squinting out of character.
Yeah.
There was this weird bottle that might be ink, might be poison. I don't know, and I show it to him.
I guess I'd do an Arcana check on the bottle
Yeah.
Can I-
With
Can I also make
advantage.
an Arcana check?
with advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll actually let you roll again, Queen, because I forgot you probably should have rolled advantage as well.
Why would I get advantage?
That you'll see.
Arcana is +5.
Paste.
You
Could
could
I
also
also
do
make-
history.
I got nat 20 with 25.
This is a special kind of magical ink that only certain people are supposed to have access to. It's literally used by banks.
Oh, this
Did you-
is good.
So yeah, this is banking ink. Do you find some sort of bank documents?
I take it back.
No.
No.
Well, Verilla would just like hold it above her head, like. she's not gonna- you, like,
Specifically, to have possession of this as a private citizen, is really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
That-
immediately throw it in jail and throw away the key
Yeah,
bad.
Verilla's very concerned. Like, what else did you find down there?
I found the ink. It was in a super special locked box. Give it back.
What did you find after I left?
I mean, Cither's aware of what you found.
I know. I'm seeing if he's gonna rat me out.
I'm just seeing what you're gonna say. No, Sither's testing you. I'm just trying to see.
Ares is still in a scramble to get as much of his body under the sand as possible right now.
In the distance, as the ship is like flying into the ground and everything in the distance, the other ship is constantly firing at it. They're like several hundred meters away, and in growing distance.
Okay. Well, let's first of all, she puts it in her pocket. Let's let's get out of here, and then we can talk about this more later.
I'm completely all right with that.
Knowing I have no speed, I'm gonna hop on Sither's back and make him carry me.
Natalia should have grabbed the
Guys,
window
are
to
you
her
sure
hair.
we should be
Who's
running
that?
right now?
Onto mine?
Yep.
Nice.
By the way, it's kind of funny because literally no one else besides Ares knows who actually was on the ship.
Oh, I thought you said he didn't know.
No, I said he saw a figure that looks like a certain, and I described a man
Yeah.
in a trench coat, basically.
But yeah. Why would we want to dig ourselves into the ground? If we keep moving, they're less likely to find us if they search the
You're
wreckage.
going to outrun an airship?
They don't know. They probably aren't even looking towards us. She most to a ship that's blowing up our other ship, the remnants of our other ship. They might search the
That's-
ground though, if we wait around here too long.
Did someone say
Does
we should
it
start
make
running?
sense to Ares that like there's even a chance of us getting away in this open desert?
By the way, there is a torn apart green goblin hand that like lands in front of you.
Make sure not to touch that. It's very much so poisoned.
It's got a ring on it.
I pick it up and
Oh.
look at the ring.
Wait, in front of me?
Yeah, it lands right in front of Ares.
Well, Ares is buried up to his neck. What's he gonna do?
I guess I'll just be like, oh, that's pretty gross.
I grab it and take the ring.
It's an unusual ring with some kind of black inlaid stone.
I put it in my pocket. I'll look at it
Hey,
later.
wait, were you on my back?
Well, not yet, since we're not running.
I remember you saying that's fine.
Queen's like magic item, mine.
My brain, I was gonna say, but Queen was faster.
You're about to bring up. I have 4D movement.
I mean, does that help me?
Did we see where the other guy landed? The used to be slave?
But he was going a lot slower.
He
than
went
us.
off into the horizon, my friend.
Okay.
Oh.
Bro's dead.
Natalia definitely would say like a very short prayer to Desna for him.
And,
Meanwhile,
yeah,
we cut to
also-
him. He's like literally like an air glider, and he's just
Yeah.
playing like "Here I Am" over the radio.
Varula says to Ares like, well, regardless, we only have so much supplies. We can't waste time just sitting here. We gotta find some sort of civilization, or at least a spring sometime soon. We're gonna die. We're gonna die if we don't move either way.
But by the way, no one look at what he handed Queen.
Who handed Queen? What?
Yeah, the little thing he handed Queen, and he used himself. It's a portable hand glider.
Fascinating. Is it like? It's like in a backpack though, right? Can we tell
Yeah.
what it is without opening
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Okay, Ares is
I'm
going
scared now.
to pull himself out of the ground then, and where's the compass pointing? In an opposite direction of the airship, or like towards?
She whips out the compass and which way is it pointing?
It's pointing west. The airship is heading north.
Wait. It's pointing
Okay,
west.
let's just
Didn't they say
book
to go
it
south?
away.
So it's heading like a different angle.
Like
Oh,
it's
it's a guide
perpendicular
stone.
to the airship, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just go then.
I get on Sither's back.
All right. So, didn't they
I'll
say?
carry you if you tell me your name.
You're saying gorilla?
How? Like, weren't we told we were supposed to go south, but this is pointing west?
Yeah, but things move.
It's
Oh,
the
duh.
desert.
Yeah. Duh. All right. Never mind. All right. Yep. So we follow the compass.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
tell me your name,
Yeah,
I'll let you ride on
um,
my back. If not, then
is this-
I will
It
happily
sounds
shrug you off.
difficult terrain.
Hmm?
Is this like difficult
I'm
terrain?
staring at you like I'd like to kill you, and I walk.
It's not difficult
You what?
terrain as much as it is
I'm not
just
telling
like
you my name. I don't like you.
it's harsh conditions for sure.
Okay.
I don't like being blackmailed. So no, I'm gonna walk out of spite.
Well, the name isn't blackmail. It's a bit dramatic.
It's extortion.
Extortion of what kind?
extortion of making me walk.
I would have happily carried you. All I asked for was a name.
I can give you lots of names. I don't want to give you mine.
They're mysterious, more so than my own kind.
I value my privacy.
By the way, you'll notice that Queen's probably the other one that isn't really sweating at all. And if anything, she gives off some kind of like slight aura of like chill.
Okay, maybe you can hop on my back.
I got it back.
It's like having a
Nice.
refrigerator in your back, literally and
Nice.
figuratively.
I'm cold-blooded.
It's
Like,
heavy
oh,
as a
it's not
refrigerator
on
and
the
it's
back,
chill
but
as
it's
one.
warm on the front.
So
Um,
how are we? Is Belinda? I'm a little
Natalia's
confused. So like,
Natalia's carrying Belinda.
you're carrying Belinda. Okay.
Yeah, before you were, Belinda was like kind of tiptoeing because she was like, it's very hot. She was like trying to stand in like
Yeah. I
Queen's
definitely
shadow, but she kept moving and was like giving Queen like a nasty grim face.
Yeah, I definitely think like the first thing that would have happened when they all landed is, like I said, Natalia would throw up and then go check on Belinda. And I think after that, like she definitely just scooped Belinda up and put her on her hip.
Hang on. Belinda was giving me like a nasty face.
Yeah, because she was trying to stay in your shadow so that way her like her feet weren't burning, right? And then you kept
we get her
moving,
new
so she had to
shoes?
keep chasing your shadow.
Did we not manage to get her shoes in the market?
Nope.
No, the
Damn.
market got blown up.
Damn, I was hoping
Literally and
like, a prize, the
figuratively.
market getting blown up.
So there's a small child here without shoes.
Yeah.
We attempted to get her shoes.
Okay. Aries,
Yeah, let's
while
keep
they're
moving for a while.
while we're
Let's have
like
movies be our priority.
moving, while we're moving, Aries is going to drink what's left of his first water skin. And then he's going to, if you'll allow it, try to use his tinker's tools to craft a pair of shoes from the leather that makes up the water skin. Just like some basic things to put around her feet.
Sure.
You want like
Yeah.
sleight of hand?
Yeah. Roll a sleight of hand with advantage. It's like a very simple thing. So.
Oh, nat 20, I think that is. Yeah, that's nat 20. Oh, and a nat 1. So there we go.
You created the nicest of the worst shoes.
Yeah,
Nike.
he'll slip them on the little girl's feet while they're moving.
That's quite appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe give your child some shoes.
We attempted to give her shoes. She just joined us. We attempted, and then
A child joined you? This isn't one of your children?
You're talking to a tiefling, by the way, and the kid's human.
Listen, I don't know how all that works.
You'll notice that also Belinda's eyes have some kind of like spiral white milky film on them.
Oh, nice. Mine have the gears of a clockwork, of like clock hands going around.
She just stares at you. I can't see.
Oh. I can't lift a lot of weight.
She just stares at you. Neither can I, and she sticks her tongue out.
Does Belinda still have? Because she had like that rat in her backpack or whatever. She still has that.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Ugh, I'm loving the addition of Aries, not gonna lie.
I am. I
Who
love
taught
Aries so
you
much.
to-
We've had him all of like an hour, and I would die for him. I love him.
He's just going to say, "Who? Listen, if you can't see, who taught you to stick out your tongue? That's just rude. How did you figure that out?"
Cipher taught her that.
It's a mode of communication.
I
It's
made
not my
shoes for
fault
you.
that the common tongue has made negative of what is just a hello.
Very well said, Sithra.
Aries is just gonna turn around and keep walking.
So yeah, at this point we've been walking for like a couple minutes. Has the airship descended to like meet our airship?
Yeah, there's an explosion south of you.
Wait, not east of us?
Yep.
No. Yep. The things move around in the desert. If you were native, you would know that the things literally move in the desert. Like the
Oh, okay. All right.
They
locations move in the
translocate.
desert. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I forgot that detail also. But
So
now that we're a little ways away, Bruce would bring back up. So what did you find down below?
well, first off, I have a slight confession. When we get back to the city in however many days, there's a slight chance Sithra and I will be wanted for murder, a different murder than the goblin.
Right.
You murdered some
How
more people.
many people have you
You're not
guys murdered?
No. Well,
is
a
a
lot,
mess.
but not recently.
God, we're in the upwards of hundreds now.
Okay,
You
so
know, that does not surprise me.
listen, there was an explosion in the market, and we went to see what happened, and then someone put a different explosion thing in Sithra's pocket, and we tried to get rid of it with this
Him!
guard.
I almost forgot about him.
Yeah, and we tried to like give it to a guard, and he wasn't smart, and he blew himself up.
Why did you give it to a guard?
Well, he said
supposed to do
that
with it?
throwing it would be a good idea, so I threw it at him, and he was going to hit it with a club and send it flying,
Sit
but
there.
he missed.
I thought you were smarter than that.
He's not.
Well, I am. I just wanted to see if you'd blow up or not.
Sithra.
Varula kind of does
Hi.
like a side to side head tilt, like, fair enough.
I'll
But
be
by the
honest,
way,
I thought he was gonna
Sithra,
do it.
did you see the message I sent you?
No, let me see.
Ares is going to. work
All right,
out.
so
Now I've
you're
seen it.
wanted for murder, but you're avoiding the question.
What was the
What
question?
was in the airship, and why are they so adamant about blowing it up?
Probably because there was fugitives aboard, no?
There were fugitives below?
No, us. Were
Oh,
we not the
besides us.
fugitives?
Oh,
Well, there's also that, but I think we're also ignoring the fact that Varula, you had a package that blew up planted on you. Sithra, you had a package planted on you. If people, well, we're a newer group, but still, it's two people within our group had a package planted on them that exploded.
You remember the gift that was given to you at the entrance, Ares.
The what? I'm sorry.
You were given a gift upon
I
entering.
was given a gift.
Yeah, upon entering the blimp. The airship.
What is it?
It's a little white package.
Son of a bitch.
Ares pulls out.
It's a lot easier.
feel
Just
like package.
bury it in the sand and we all run.
No.
Belinda is already backing up with Belinda.
oh,
She-
so it looks like multiple of us were planted with these. Maybe we.
Right.
Oh,
know
wait,
what?
you have to do the thing where you disarm it.
Yeah.
I just threw it and it worked out okay. Just give it a good chuck.
Won't it explode immediately? I'm running. And
Yeah,
And-
Natalia's going.
Wait. So I just pulled out the package, right? You guys just. I haven't taken it out of a package yet, right?
Yeah,
no,
no.
don't take it out of the package.
Do
Don't open
not,
the package.
do not open it.
don't drop
What?
it.
What if it's different than your guy?
Well, then it won't explode
Really?
when you
I
throw
don't
it.
know.
100 feet away screaming.
Okay.
Throw
Yeah,
it
see
away
what
from all-
happens.
everyone
Ares,
else.
Ares is just gonna toss the
Wait, hang on. If
package
Sithra
aside.
starts running away, I drop off his back. Why don't you throw it and see what happens?
You throw the package and out comes the handmade muffins that were given to you with love and care. And it's scattered all over
Those
the sand.
wouldn't do it. Those will just make us more thirsty anyway. We didn't want those.
These aren't even poisoned muffins.
But on the subject of things we found, maybe it was the ring that was on the guy's head you stole. Could I take a look at it?
What ring?
The
We all saw the ring.
from the hand that landed in front of my face.
I'm
Queen,
wearing a lot of rings right now, so I
the
just
most
give him a random one.
the most distrustful person. Also, Queen, the least trustful person.
Yeah, I've got a lot of rings on right now, so I just give him a random one.
Can I recognize that this is not the same
This
ring?
is clearly not the same ring.
Yeah, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Gaslighting.
It is not.
This is the ring that I took off the severed goblin hand.
It is not.
It is definitely not.
Well, then give it back.
let me see the ring for a second. I'll give
Showing
it back.
you the ring.
Huh?
I'm showing you the ring.
What, the actual ring?
No, she's pretending. She's still saying
ring
that's
is
the
that?
ring.
Is that the ring to rule them all, or
What,
I'm just
what is
losing
going
track.
on here? What? First of all, why do you have so many rings? Second of all, what? Why don't you just let me see the ring for a second?
First of all, I robbed a jewelry store a week ago. Second ago,
Oh, you did.
I'm showing you the ring.
Crafty.
That's not the ring.
Yes,
Um,
it is. Did you hit your head when we
Queen,
fell?
there is a racist goblin voice inside your head.
Fascinating. Okay.
Oh, it's hilarious.
No, not the racist
Oh.
goblin.
God.
What's it saying?
It's telling you to kill the snake and eat it.
Can I talk back to it?
Yeah, it can read your mind. It can have a conversation. It's telling you in-depth instructions on how to eat the snake person.
Okay.
It even has
I'm
cooking
gonna-
tips.
I'm gonna think back to it. Are you the goblin we just killed?
Yes.
Great. How are you talking if you're dead?
How are you talking if you're alive?
With my mouth.
Same.
Okay.
Snake lover.
I'm gonna. Okay. I take the ring off, the actual ring. And I don't give it to him, but I do hold it up for him to see.
The voice goes away.
Can I make an Arcana check to understand what this is?
Yes, you can. Roll it.
16.
This ring is designed to store someone's soul for later restoration.
Mm-hmm.
It's a phylactery. He's a lich.
So-
Goblin's a lich.
So have I
Shut up, real
have I read about these before to like know, like out of character I know what it is, but has my character was a sage with researcher.
He knows of these things existing, but not the full context.
Okay. Is that I think the goblin is inside of that ring.
Just destroy the
Give me
ring.
the soul of a snake person.
What?
I don't think he's there.
Did I hear that?
You did.
Because I don't. Oh.
No, I'm still holding the ring. I didn't give it to him.
It's coming from the ring.
Oh,
Out
so like
loud?
everybody heard it.
Projecting? Oh.
I want to grab the ring.
Ah!
And
You
then
hear
I
you
can
you
store
hear
the
you hear a
ring.
goblin laugh as you reach for it.
I don't let him. I put it in my pocket.
That might not be a good idea.
No, you hear a muffled no.
I think it's a great idea.
All right.
Really?
Why
All-
don't we just
all-
leave the goblin boys in the middle of the desert?
All in favor for patting down our unnamed companion and seeing what else she has on her?
I would not be against
Um,
it.
There's lots
I
of
don't-
things in this pocket here.
I don't
Let's, none
know
of
if
us touch the ring. That's
I don't
just
know if
agreed
I'm
on.
willing
I
to
just
like.
This ring could
Destroy 'em.
potentially get a lot of money.
Right, but do we
I'm not-
really want to carry the potentially dangerous ring around?
Let me eat the
Potentially dangerous
snake.
ring. It's a goblin voice. I
want
can,
to
I have worse
destroy
We
it.
voices.
would
than
expect
I
her to grab him for a reason.
Can
I'm
I have
not
the girl
really
at
sure
least?
If I want to assault somebody just because they have stuff.
She's clearly hiding some more important information besides just this ring.
Says who?
Can I eat the little girl?
That's me.
Does it affect me? Like I
Did you
don't.
wait?
that-
No. Did you just say can you eat the little girl?
I tried to
No-
break
no.
the ring.
I meant
with
this.
my
I mean, I said
blaster.
snake. Can I eat the little snake?
I think they tried to intercept you, Cithra. You could. I don't know if you want to make a sleight of hand check to try to grab it before then.
Hey, little girl. There's candy in here.
Natalia is holding Belinda so tight.
Lots of candy.
Belinda, do not listen to it.
I don't necessarily want to grab it. I just want to strike at it with a weapon and try.
You
to
should
break
spend
it.
an hour tuning to me.
The ring is in my pocket. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put the ring on and start tuning.
No.
What?
Natalia's
No, let me strike it.
No, I am. I want to see what happens.
Let me strike.
If you attune to it, do you think that possibly that goblin wasn't his original body and you're attuning to him and giving him control?
I don't know. Let's find out.
let's
me
not
strike.
find
How can I
out.
mute someone?
Mr. Goblin Brain, I'm gonna attune to the ring. Totally out of curiosity. Does that mean you're gonna like possess my body?
No.
Liar.
I'm gonna give you lots of power.
Let me
My
strike.
power.
Like the ability to create flowers. Girls like flowers,
have that
right?
power.
Flowers.
I have that power.
Candy.
I don't like candy.
Ice cream cubes.
He's
Okay.
obviously lying. Can you just take the ring off before we end up with you as a goblin?
You know, if you're a nice person, we give a child a ring. That can give them
Belinda.
comfort and companionship.
Hey, Belinda, come here.
Nope,
You're
Natalia's
not-
holding her so
you're
tight
not
and turning her body. She's
giving a
stepping behind
ring to a
Cithra.
child.
I want to see what happens. She's a very
No, you're
Okay.
not.
A nice young, I mean a nice companion that's young.
I'm pretty young. I'll wear the ring.
I'm
None
literally
of us
wearing the
should wear
ring.
the
right
ring.
now. Okay, can I wear the ring and just not attune to it?
That would be cheating, he says. Because
Well, I've never
that's when
liked
the
playing
thought comes
fair.
up in your mind.
I never liked playing fair, so I just put the ring on, but I don't attune to it.
That's really rude.
I try to break the ring.
The ring that's on my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
So,
How do I do it?
do you have a hammer?
I don't have a hammer. If it needs to be bludgeoning, I'll use my fists.
I offer him my Tinker's Tool hammer.
No. Wait, I'm
I
gonna
think
take 10
it's
minutes
just a-
to make this hammer my dedicated weapon.
Oh
before I
my
smash
fucking
the shit
God.
out of it. Like, take the hammer and like just go on 2 knees, and I'm just gonna start reciting. Shit.
This is really, really uncomfortable. I don't like snake people.
I'm taking 10 minutes just like he knows full well after those 10 minutes are.
Okay, so while Cithra's doing his little 10-minute thing, I'm gonna go over to Ares real fast. Ares,
Yeah,
if I ask a question, will you give me an honest answer?
yeah. I mean, I'm not a liar like you.
No one's a liar like me.
Great.
Is it possible that you very recently died and came back to life?
What? Well, that's such a weird question.
Such a crazy question, but did you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I may have lost my job because I died. Okay,
That's so
that
crazy.
may be the case.
Thanks. Anyway.
Did
and I
you
walk
file
away.
for unemployment?
What?
Vrula looks at him surprised, like, well, you weren't telling the whole truth either, it sounds like.
No, I pulled him aside, so no one else heard that part.
Oh, you pulled him aside. Never mind. Sorry.
So the goblin's gonna talk to Quinn and be like, "Hey, can we talk about this? You know, I'm good. I'm chill. I can be useful. You know, just, you know,
Get racist.
Curiosity.
look,
How would I get you a new body?
look. How would you feel if you've been killed by snakes like 3 times?
I feel like I'd apologize for my misdoings to the snakes and ask them to stop
I don't know
doing
if you
that.
can hear him anymore. He's back on my finger.
You're quite wise, Ares.
Wait, is the voice still projecting or just
Yep.
to her?
Yeah, okay.
You know, look. All right, maybe I was a little overboard the whole snake thing, but to be honest, after like the 5th time I died to snakes, I was really done with it. I don't like snakes,
I don't like
let
goblins.
alone that spider bitch.
You know, I saw the whole thing. It really seems like you could have avoided dying to snakes this time by just not being mean.
Hang on. Spider who?
Not worried about it.
Oh, but I'm worried now.
See, that's what everyone says, and then then they're like, "Oh, don't be worried." I said, "Don't be worried about that snake person." Then I mentioned that snake person. Next thing I
I'm
know, they
so
won't stop
worried
until
that
my
if you
soul
tell
eats some
me-
fucking serpent bitch.
If you tell me about the spider bitch, and also all that stuff about the ink. That
I
we
mean, God
found.
forbid I get cast guidance on one time. The next thing I know, my soul is earmarked for some fucking serpent asshole.
I might be willing to
Um,
find you a new body if you would tell me all about the spider and also all about that stuff on your ship.
A young buddy.
The youngest body.
Excellent.
Ares is
We
gonna.
can't hear this. This is in her head, right?
It's projecting, but it's a little bit of ways away.
Okay, cool.
Ares
Just
is
wanna make
gonna
sure.
check his item to see like how far away we are from nightfall.
About 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
tell me
look,
about
in
the
the
spider.
Western Mountains, okay, there's a pass. All right. Now inside this pass, there's a tunnel that leads deep below the earth, and that spider bitch. Well, let's just say she's not very nice. And when you say, "Oh, we'll play a card game," she says, "Okay, I'm gonna eat you instead." And really, I didn't appreciate it.
That's too bad. What about all that stuff I found on your ship? Because, I went looking because you were dead, and I found some very illegal things.
Okay, well, illegal's a strong word, but
Such a
also
strong
very
word.
accurate.
Mhm.
Okay, look. So you know how there's people who work for certain types of other people, and then there's a whole little an exchange of information, right?
You really don't have to be coy about this. You're already dead.
Yeah, well, there are worse things than being stuck in a ring, okay?
Fair enough. So you're a lackey?
Not exact. So okay, so basically, I had like a sigil on him, so he was my slave until I died, unfortunately. But anyway, I found an agent of the family, and he was pretty high ranking.
The family?
Yes.
And you agreed to work with them?
Fuck no. They tried to kill me. Well, now I think about it, most people try to kill me at one point or another, but they tried to kill me like twice.
What does that have to do with the bank stuff?
So you know how like they have a certain amount of money and that's their power? Well, I was gonna like figure out pretty much. I was gonna drain their account. Okay, let's be honest about it.
Bigglesworth, he's the family agent?
I wouldn't go telling anyone that.
Just checking. I take the ring off again. Citra!
Has my 10 minutes been up?
Yep.
Okay.
Your hammer now glows with monkish intent.
Yes.
I'm not really sure you can hammer it on the sand, so I'm just gonna hold my hand, like hold the ring out on my hand.
Okay, we can talk about this.
We were talking. You were so helpful.
Oh, wait, we had a deal.
You've also revealed to me just exactly how I can send you to where you're supposed to go.
So I don't know if you heard, but I'm a bit of a liar.
Ah, you bitch! He says as
I
he
cast
as a ring.
guidance on the ring.
No,
I'm a
no,
prayer to
no.
the Great Serpent. As I lift the hammer.
I have backups. As the ring shatters.
Ares,
Varula asks if it. Does anyone mind if I take the shards? I might want to study these.
Okay, while he's taking the shards, I'm gonna try and pick his pocket for the ink.
Can anyone see you do that?
Absolute menace.
Belinda's gonna ask what you're doing in his pocket,
Menace.
and like
Did you ask this before or after I take it out?
the moment your hand's in his pocket.
Wait, she's pickpocketing me without any recompense?
No, no, like Belinda,
Oh.
like Queen's hand goes inside your pocket. And Belinda's like, why is your hand in his pocket?
Oh yeah.
He stole from me.
Yeah. Well, I just jolt back so she can't pull anything out.
Somewhere in the distance, you can almost hear a goblin voice. You lying bitch.
Oh, it's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
meanwhile, Ares is gonna be going up to Citra and he's gonna rub a pebble of a tear out of his eye and say, I've never seen my tools be used for something so beautiful. It was glowing.
And when Sithra stops concentrating, it gets dismissed because it is his monk weapon.
I'm still dedicated to it just for you, Harry.
As long as I focus on it, it will glow.
So before we took our 10-minute pray over the weapon break, how long were we walking? Like, how far away have we gotten?
You guys got pretty far. You will notice that there's like a strange rock formation kind of jutting out slightly above the next hill.
Oh, if we turn around, like, can we still see where the thing crash landed or whatever?
Hell no.
So they can't see us. Okay, just
Correct.
checking.
I make a nature check on the rock formation.
Even just looking at the tip gives you immediate anxiety.
Yep, I had a feeling. Yeah, let's stay clear of that that rock formation over there.
What is it?
Can I
Could be
make
a trap.
Can I make a history check to see if I recognize what this rock formation is?
Your character probably wouldn't have a way to know.
Okay.
Realistically, his character does because of the very specific place that he grew up.
Really just said it's a trap?
Yep, of sorts.
The compass is pointing right at it naturally.
So yeah, we're gonna go. Let's try walking around it and see.
No, I think the straightest path is through, yeah?
Yes.
Is the compass pointing towards it?
If
Yep.
you wish to go check it out, you could be my guest. I am not your babysitter, but
As you get closer, it starts to shake, Sea of Thieves style.
I'm staying way farther back. I'm
Natalia
not
staying
going
back with
anywhere near
Marilla.
that thing.
Wait, the compass starts to shake or the rock formation?
I'm back.
The
not near you,
the compass is basically saying ding ding ding.
Wait, I have the compass though. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
getting
it's
close
starting
to it.
to shake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the compass is indicating in no uncertain terms that this is the MacGuffin location.
Okay, if you're so
Shit.
terrified, how about you
Ugh.
give me the compass and I'll go look?
You don't need the compass. We already know we're here, apparently.
I mean, yeah, if this is where we gotta go, that's where we gotta go.
I think
Well,
it might be a
it's the right
setup.
area.
I think it's probably better to just go back at this point.
No, let's
Why?
go. It'll be great.
It's just rocks. I'm just rocks.
I'm gonna
There's
start
a-
walking over towards it.
Varula, is there a reason you're so nervous about them?
I'm gonna real quick message you, Theo, to see if I have the right idea of what this could be.
Okay, no problem.
It's a rock monster.
Yeah. By the way, Natalia, Belinda is going to ask you to put on her backpack.
She wants Natalia to put on her backpack?
Mhm.
Natalia would.
And Belinda climbs into her backpack.
That is extremely nifty.
Is that a big backpack or a small child?
Yes.
I think we've learned not to question it. I think, like, at this point, we have just learned not to question it.
Just checking.
You notice that she pulls out a teeny tiny little umbrella and puts it over her head for shade.
Oh. I do think that Natalia would kind of look over her shoulder and she just stay in that the entire time we're here, all right? And if you do happen to get separated from me, make sure you find someone with the group. And if we do get into a fight, stay with me, all right?
She proceeds to go into her backpack and zip it up from the inside.
Then
Uh,
why does she need to stay?
Varula said, is like really locked up and anxious, even just looking at it, and she says, I don't think this is where I came. I think this is where I. And she like mumbles as like her like she starts like feeling memories again.
Yeah, she gets a
Natalia's
physical,
gonna-
visceral reaction.
Yeah, Natalia's gonna reach over and hold her hand out.
Walking over.
You're not alone. You have us.
Yeah. I don't think we should go in there. She takes the hand, I guess.
Yeah,
Just like she's
Natalia's-
very shaking.
Natalia's gonna give her like a squeeze on her hand. She just will take it at your pace. If it's where we need to go, it's where we need to go. But we're as a group and we're together.
Yeah,
will
but
watch each
money's
other's
not
back.
worth this. If it's just money, I don't think it's worth going in there.
Fair enough. I will not force you.
Um.
What are you so scared of in there?
Verula says, well, we haven't explained this to you yet, but all of us have died at some point before. When we woke up, that was us coming back to life, we think.
Oh, this is an all of us thing.
Oh,
It is.
was that you too?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of led myself to my own demise, but yeah.
Right. We'll circle back on that. Did you see a man and an orb and all of that?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Right. That makes a lot of sense then. We're all tied together then, because we did as well.
And if we're tied together and he was given this mission too, perhaps there's a reason to come here. Verula's nervously thinking this through.
There might
I've
be.
been walking over towards it the entire time.
You see the entrance of it. It's kind of carved. It's least white from the sand, almost like bone. And in the center is a small, like, circular raised platform in the center, like, with a very thin, like, layer of water. And there's, like, words in the center of it.
Can I tell what it says?
Yes, it says, "Veins make the door, a drop in the pond."
Hang on. The veins make
Veins
the door.
make the door for drops in the pond.
vein- The veins make the door or drops in the
I'll put in the channel.
Thanks.
But yeah, Verula then also says, there, I came here when I was alive, at the end, and this is this has been a legend I've known since my childhood about, and no one's really ever gone in fully and come back, and I wasn't one of them either.
First
Right.
time for everything.
There's actually a symbol of like a crescent moon buried inside of it, by the way. Like the words are like along the edge of the crescent.
Would your character let Natalia know that?
My character. Well, you guys are all kind of far back at this point. I'm just like examining this.
Wait, like would my character say that out loud? Like let your character know that? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm saying Queen's character.
Queen observed
Oh,
that,
okay.
so
Oh,
Natalia's
got it,
wondering
got it,
if
got it.
Queen would
Yeah,
inform.
yeah,
her.
she's far ahead. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. Okay.
It'd be pretty obvious like Queen found something interesting though. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Would it
so
make-
while they're having their thing, I'm gonna. So it's like bones and then like a little table thing and then like a cavern entrance. Anything else around?
yeah, the whatever. Like it seems like there's like a like an entrance, but it's sealed by rock.
Okay. If I touch the little table, does anything happen?
Nope. To be clear, it's like a circular little pond basically, and there's a little bit of
Oh.
water in there, and like there's the crescent moon, and there is the writing along the edge of the crescent. And you could probably from a distance see the crescent.
Okay. So I definitely think that Natalia would just look towards Verula and she would just, I'll walk with you. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I promise you no harm will befall you. I'll make sure of it.
Verula like kind of nods, not really believing it fully, but going anyway.
How
They
deep is
just
the
will
pond?
walk up
Um,
hand in hand.
Ares will also turn to Varula and yeah, I mean, I don't want any friends of mine to come to harm again. And we're not there yet, but if we get there, I'll make sure nothing happens to you too.
We're a party. We
There's,
watch. We'll,
I think there's one thing that I missed when I came here, and I don't fully know exactly how it worked, but there's a riddle at the entrance of the doorway, and I think I got it wrong, and that's why I didn't make it out.
okay, so we know that now. We will be very careful before we answer the riddle.
Yes,
And
yes.
Being so many of us, we should be able to figure it out.
How deep is the
So
pond?
so we all get over there, I guess, and
About
then
2 inches.
the rest of the party is able to read.
Yeah.
Veins make the door for drops in the pond.
So what'd you do last time?
Dropped my blood in the pool,
Would
but there
Natalia
was
be able to
there was a part missing.
would
Part missing
Natalia
from
be-
your blood?
Perhaps I think it has something to do with the moon. And she like motions to the moon-shaped crescent.
Yeah, at that point, I think Natalia definitely would reach up, kind of like without thinking, towards the stone that hangs from her sword. and just go, well, I work with a goddess of the moon, and we'll see what we can figure out. And with that, can she kind of step forward and do like an arcana or maybe like a religion check of some sort?
Sure, go for it.
I'll do the
Which would you
Arcana check. You do religion.
Okay. Oh, that's really bad. That's a 7.
Arcana 22.
You get the sense that the right type of blood at the right time is important.
Okay, where, now that we're standing at the pond, where is the compass?
It's on Varula.
Pointing.
Oh, pointing?
Yeah, like, what's it doing right now?
I'm sorry,
Is it
please repeat
pointing,
that.
like,
What's
the
the compass
compass
doing?
guide star,
Yeah.
is it pointing, like, at the pond, at the cavern
It's
entrance?
pointing directly to the cavern entrance, as in like where you have like the door that's sealed.
And you
Okay,
said it
okay.
was there was a crescent moon like shape somewhere
In the pond.
in the pond.
Yeah.
Ares is going to look at his little magical device and then stare down at the pond and then call out to everyone. Hey guys, it's going to be a crescent moon tonight, looks like. I don't know if that has anything to do with the timing, but it's what's in the pond.
Perhaps, but whose blood?
So I do want to say above the table, y'all would be aware that Natalia has a crescent moonstone that hangs from her sword.
Oh,
Ooh.
That is a fun fact, her magic item.
okay.
By the way, you realize that there's like a little bit too much light in the center of the pond. If you look up, you can kind of tell that in the center of the roof ahead, there's actually like there's an illusory section, obviously, where light is coming through.
Of the roof?
Yep.
We're outside, I thought.
I'm sorry.
Aren't we outside still?
You're inside. You're
cavern
inside the
entrance.
entrance of a little cavern.
Yeah, so it's like just the top is like barely over us, I assume. We're not like actually
Oh.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then
I'm
we
gonna
want
look up and see what the illusion is.
It is right smack dab above the center of the pool.
Can I not reach it?
I mean, it's about 30 feet in the air.
Marula,
Yeah,
can you fly?
I can't fly. I can get in the air for a second if that's what you need.
Yeah, that'll do it. Can you get me 30 feet up?
Not you. I can get myself.
Do it. Right above the pond.
Right above the pond.
In the middle of it.
Why?
Because if you will focus your itty bitty eyes upwards, you will see not all is as it appears.
She looks up and notices the illusion, I guess, and says, all right, we can try it. She teleports up to the illusion.
You kind of bang your head a little bit.
Thought so. Okay. So
that
yeah,
like
you
really
the
loud
party
bumping?
clearly hears that probably, and like her going like ah, as she like comes back down.
Did you see anything?
Nope, just some lights when I get hit my head.
Are you alright?
Yep,
He's
yep,
fine.
I'm fine.
A little hand's gonna come out of the backpack and offer you a band-aid.
Come out of what? Sorry.
The backpack on
Balloon.
Natalia, a little hand comes out of
Oh.
it and offers you a band-aid.
Thank you, and she puts it on.
That was very kind of you, Belinda.
The hand retreats. It's getting pretty dark.
How long roughly? Until like nighttime?
Maybe about 15, 20 minutes.
So I think Natalia at that point kind of would like let out a little sigh. She just, well, we could make a guess. My goddess is the goddess of the moon. I could try to drop some blood in.
I mean,
That-
kind of seems like we're supposed to wait for the crescent moon, no?
Yeah,
No, that's
perhaps.
I assume wait 20 minutes or so. You said, wait or however long it will take, and
Let's wait until the moon's right above the pond if we can.
that sounds good enough to me. And I think at that point she's gonna kind of go to kind of take the bag off very gently, and she just, when we do that, can someone hold her in case I explode or something like that?
Wait, to hold Belinda?
Yeah.
Brula would offer to
Um,
do so. Or Ares, I guess, could do
So
it if you want.
it's
If that's
gonna
what he's saying.
it's gonna be like what, 6 hours before the moon is directly overhead.
You say that as like the moonlight is slowly encapsulating the pond.
Oh yeah.
Natalia's
Okay.
gonna pass.
Alright.
She's gonna pass Belinda to Barula, and she just, if anything happens to me, you make sure that she is fine.
Brula nods.
Strangely, the backpack doesn't weigh all that much.
The backpack of person holding.
And the
Oh.
moon has reached its apex.
Yep. Natalia's
So
gonna
it's
step
like-
forward. If it's overhead perfectly, Natalia's gonna step forward, and I think she pulls her longsword off of her back, takes a deep breath, and she is going to, I guess, slide her glove off also real quick and slice her hand and kind of hold it over to drop some blood in.
Alright, cool. Give me a moment. You were saying, Queen?
Oh, I was gonna offer her something smaller than a longsword.
Wow. You know, listen, Natalia is nothing if not a little bit dramatic.
Hey, it's a special moon sword after all.
Alright, give me 1 second.
I'm very
Now,
scared
everyone
to
do
let
me a
you
favor
go
and make
here.
sure Theobot is not muted.
Ooh.
How do I make sure of that?
I think we'll just be able to hear it.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Keep this close to chest. Secrets forever bound. In metal you must inscribe that which is yet to be found. Veins make the door, thus blood is the key. The wicked one reigns, and the people cry out to be freed. Shadows can tempt and corrupt, even those most pure of heart, but the ones you must be of most wary slither now in the dark. One is already among you, quiet and deceiving. Its voice is like a black hand, feeding you lies quite convincing, until finally it calls out and beckons you aside. Come with me, it says, its voice sickle sweet. It is the worm in the apple. It is the fly in the meat. Careful, now wanderers. Can you hear it softly speak? It is omnipresent. Its promises like slick sleet. It calls out its succulent words, and you hear it alone below your feet. Blood may wash your hands clean, so that an acolyte may atone. For the life of an oracle, you may yet repair a shattered bone. Careful now, wanderers, you disciples of fate, and remember our warning. It was never going to end any other way.
Those words appear in like white font, slowly cascading above the pond as the door opens.
Can you transcribe that?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Would Varula have seen these words before, by the way?
Nope.
Just make sure. Want to make sure. Okay.
So it said
Well-
one of the liars is already among us?
It said one of the liars is already among us. Something about the snake slithering in the dark, which also makes me like,
Okay, keep this close to chest. In metal, you must inscribe. Blah, blah, blah. The wicked one reigns, shadows contempt. Okay, yeah, the ones you must be of most wary slither now in the dark. One is already among you, quiet and deceiving. Its voice is like a black hand, feeding you lies, quite and then it's gonna tell you to come aside. I think it's Belinda.
let's not blame the child.
I'm not blaming the child. I'm saying it's possible she is.
Varula
Whatever.
nervously hands Belinda's backpack back to Natalia.
She will put it back on her back and turn towards.
I'm gonna try and take the ink out of Arula's pocket again.
Oh my god.
Doesn't have any tricks.
You get caught.
Steve?
Ow!
I think
We're all
everyone's
looking at each other.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
But it meant if you want to throw names around, it mentioned a liar. And I think that is pointed enough.
Guys, why are we assuming these words are even like meant specifically for us?
We were guided here by something, it seems.
That's such a
And I
great point,
sliced my
Aries.
hand
I'm gonna start
open.
walking inside.
I sliced my hand open and words appeared. I think that's pointed enough.
I agree.
I mean, I've seen a lot of wizards cast message so that something appears when something happens. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's specifically meant for us.
I'm gonna cast message in his head right now and say in a really creepy voice, "What do you know?"
I don't have a message to send anything back. So I just like jolt a little bit, I guess, and look around.
Do we see Aries just like jump?
Yeah, and
I
I'm
think
like,
at that
whoa.
point, are you all right?
Yeah, I think I heard moaning Myrtle in my head for a second.
Moaning Myrtle.
Who's
I
this
know
Myrtle,
that
and
one.
why is she moaning?
Right.
So
Yes,
wait, what do I
nobody-
see at the entrance of the whatever it is?
Nothing. It's darkness.
I've got Devil's Sight I can see.
Can you see through magical darkness?
I can, yes.
Okay.
For
You see
120
the
feet.
entrance to the to that cavern.
What? Well,
Well, we
yeah,
just-
but
Like
I'm
it's
at
it's
the
like
entrance.
like stairs down below.
We
Oh.
can just light a torch and chuck it down the stairs.
I don't want anyone to know we're here yet.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, I'll send Orochi out.
You'll send what?
And I'll whisper to my amulet. And it will uncoil. And you'll see a little metal snake, I guess, head down the stairs.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
I follow the metal snake.
You can feel a strong sense of cold radiate from it.
From the snake.
He can, yes. It's like it's like frozen stiff essentially. It's
Oh,
only
it
able to
stops
move
moving?
further. It can come back, it just can't go any further.
Interesting.
Can I go past where it went?
If you want.
Slowly.
If we're going as a party, Varula's definitely in the back.
Yeah.
I'm in
I think
front.
Natalia would be Natalia would be right behind the her.
Carrying the Belinda backpack.
Yes.
So we're all
Definitely
walking
happy.
forward right now?
I
if
think
you
so.
if we want to, I think Varula's been convinced enough that there's probably a need to go in. So
Yeah.
Come on, Verula. You've already died. What's the worst that can happen?
she laughs and she says, "You got a point."
Well, the worst thing that could happen is that you die again, and this time you don't come back.
Well, as our goblin friend has shown us, I think our chances are high.
How have you mastered the art of lichdom?
I've mastered lots of things. So how far down do like the stairs go?
They just continue going down. You can't really see very far even with Devil's Sight.
Okay. Is there anything on the walls as we're walking down? Any sort of thing or
Does everyone cross like the threshold to take it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
ahead and cross the threshold.
A bit of a cautious person. I'm gonna see what happens.
split the party?
Do you cross the
Let's
threshold or
split.
do you stay outside? That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna stay outside for a moment. Like I won't stay long, but I just maybe 20 seconds, something like that. You know?
Mm. Nothing seems to happen.
Ares is going to pull out a small amethyst with wings and let it fly next to his shoulder.
You notice
I
that
help
your
her?
light sources don't seem to work that well.
It's not a light source. It's my
I know. I'm just talking in
homunculus.
general, like your torches and
Okay.
things like that. Does anyone have a torch?
No.
Nope.
Natalia does.
Roll a perception,
Varula,
Natalia,
Varula does too.
and
Yeah,
Varilla.
I don't think Natalia lit hers, but she does have them. If
Okay, I
they
said
need to be
like
passed
have it
up.
out and lit. So
Yeah, Varula would have.
okay, Varilla, roll it.
20 perception check. You said.
Yep.
22, not 20.
You see the edges of the flames. It's almost like they're tiny, dark hands grasping at the edges of it, trying to stuff it.
Varula jumps when she notices this. She kind of motions. Does anyone else see this? As do they have to make perception checks if I'm pointing it out?
No. As Sithra crosses the
If I-
threshold, the door slams behind.
Oh no. If I try to use thaumaturgy to brighten the flame, does it have any effect in terms of counteracting this effect?
Nope.
Let's see.
If it spreads bright light, now it sheds dim. If it shed dim, it sheds none.
Concerning.
You hear small whimpering from your backpack, Natalia.
She definitely would reach back and kind of place a hand out on the outside of the bag and.
She's gonna whisper
Alright.
to you, Natalia. I don't like it here.
Why don't you?
I could smell the rotting of an empire and the sounds of decaying souls.
They're
Like, can
incredibly
you-
visceral.
Can you elaborate on that?
She's gonna start. You could visit. You could just feel her start to rock back and forth.
You don't have to. I won't make you. But if you're able, it might be helpful. We can get out of here quicker.
You hear a voice echoing down. Closer.
Coming.
What brave souls you are.
We all hear
So
this?
brave. Who are you?
He just laughs.
That's not very helpful.
So, as you guys proceed a little bit, you start to notice there's some weird things on the wall. You guys are pretty perceptive, so it's pretty easy to tell that there are skulls embedded in the wall.
Human skulls?
Human skulls. Yeah.
I doubt it, but do I feel any difference, or have I seen this before? I guess is what I'm
You
kinda asking.
feel like deja vu.
Okay, sounds good. Yep. So Varula's actively shaking. As she's going forward, but she's very shaking.
I'm gonna start kind of singing under my breath. Another one bites the dust.
You notice that like as you descend, the air gets even more like oppressive. It's cold, it's chilly, it's hard to breathe. The light like is very hard to to get to see even with enhanced vision. Um, you'll start to notice that there are different things carved into the rock, and there are marks on the bones embedded inside, as if from teeth.
I'm going to push my way to the front of the party, and I'm going to activate my armor's defensive field to give myself some temporary hit points as we venture further.
I
Oh,
smack him on the back
gosh.
of the head and step back in front of him.
Okay,
I feel like Karen just hit you with a purse.
I'll just be second in line then.
And as you proceed further, you hear a hissing whisper. Shadows crowd out the light, and your torch extinguishes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was the light making you uncomfortable?
The ground shakes.
Shake once for yes, shake twice for no.
Your bones will make an excellent addition to my collection.
I'm gonna pull out the glass vial with the preservation mark
He doesn't
on
sound.
it.
Just to make sure, he doesn't sound oddly familiar like the goblin we saw earlier, right?
No, I just
Okay.
have a limited voice range, dude.
No, it's all good. No, it's different. I just want to make sure because we're dealing
Yeah.
with bound souls, skeletons. There's just a nagging feeling in the back of my head as well.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull out the vial thing with the preservation symbol and say, "Well, we weren't sent to you for our bones. We were sent with a delivery."
Come.
I walk.
So as you proceed, you get this weird sense that you're walking on like crunching something. You're not quite
Lion
sure
bone
what
meal?
it is.
I'm assuming it's bones, and just keep walking.
Yeah, it's bone meal. Yeah. Thanks for ruining it, Queen. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. There's even more racking movements, and it's almost as if something massive is swimming in the sands above you.
Oh.
Like,
By the
oh,
way-
'cause it was the cavern, and now we're under the desert. Okay.
Marvelous, aren't they? The Mars pets.
Would I know its name? By the way, I guess you could PM it to me, but I think I know
No.
in general. No, okay, just want to make sure.
You were informed you were an unwelcome guest and you were added to their collection.
Okay, sounds good. I was just wondering from Legends or something if I might have known. That's more what I was asking.
Mm.
You see, the Maw gets their souls. His pets get their flesh, but their bones come to me, eventually.
Whoa, who's taking souls? That is
That's crossing.
specifically reserved from my god.
I'm going to message him. Now is not the fucking time.
But perhaps he serves my god. Do you have some deal with the great serpent? Oh, bone lord of the cavern.
The laughter gets increasingly high.
We're hearing more than one voices, right? He was one of the voices was talking to someone else.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
we
after
keep walking down the bone
yeah.
stairs.
So after a few more minutes of descending, the stones become more difficult to see, traverse at each step. And then you come what appears to be a massive underground cavern. So beyond you is this chasm with an ornate bridge made of bones and wood. In the chasm is an ocean of darkness made of water, writhing and moving like an undulating pool. Bones stick up in piles everywhere, with shards of bone caking even the very earth you walk on, most in unfamiliar shapes, some even resembling monstrous beasts from another age. Through the thickening shadows, moving about as if in fog, you can barely make out the shapes of buildings etched into the cavern walls. This is some kind of massive underground city, a city of death and bone buried deep within the sand forever. Every breath, every whisper, every sound you make echoes as if a violation within this foreboding place.
Now the Empire comment makes sense.
I'm gonna kind
I
of
ca-
call out, "Hello."
I came here looking for relics, thinking the myths were a joke.
I'm gonna pull up to Varula. Where's the compass pointing?
So your
Oh, yeah.
hello comment echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes.
Awesome.
And is the compass pointing in any direction?
Forward.
Forward. Okay, that's what I thought. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Varula, do you mind if I hold that just so I can stay in front?
She hands it out and agrees.
Alright.
Natalia is definitely gonna drop back to be beside Varula. Words. And she's just going to. Do you remember what you found when you came looking?
It's
other than this-
it's shadowy. I can't remember. I couldn't really even see when I came down here. I still can't see. Like I
Yeah, I
assume
can
it's still
see.
pitch black.
Yeah.
Natalia is definitely gonna offer her hand, and she's just well. And I think at that point she's just gonna kind of reach over and pat around and grab her hand and just Well, we're together. Whatever you found, we'll
Oh, should we all hold hands since I'm the only one who can see really, and now we're now off the
Wait.
stairs?
Or
Wait, I
hold
thought-
to the
holding handshake.
Yeah,
Hang on,
honestly makes sense.
I have a question. I thought that only the threshold was magical darkness, and now it's just regular darkness.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
then
It's just
Natalia
dark as
can
fuck.
see.
Dark
Okay.
vision doesn't cut through pure darkness, though. If you have
It
dark
doesn't?
vision, no.
There has to be some light, but there is
Yeah.
some light technically.
Oh, there is some light.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just very, very dark. And there's a magical oppression in the sense of like normal light sources, even most magical ones have like half effectiveness essentially.
Okay. Well, Verla doesn't have any sight, so she's just human, so she can't see shit.
Yeah, Natalia's gonna take her hand.
I start following where the compass is pointing.
We could
gonna
stay
send-
here.
You get
Seems
to
like
the
part
edge of the
a
bone
spacious
bridge.
abode. I was just commenting on how spacious this city seems.
You're not wrong.
You
Could be a
notice
great home.
there's some bones as if from a giant snake splattered about here and there, coming out of the water in massive bits.
That is peculiar.
I'm gonna message Ares and say in the same creepy voice. I see you.
Is anyone else hearing that?
Hearing what?
Like a voice in your head?
No. Are you?
Yeah.
Right. Keep us updated on that.
Perhaps you've been chosen for sacrifice, Ares.
Don't tease him.
I'm gonna message in his head one more time.
Was it just a sound? What'd you say?
Yeah, it was very evil. It was like
Cackle.
laughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You get to
Well,
the bridge, which is the spine of a huge serpent.
Oh, this is just grotesque.
You're not wrong.
Cithra,
Does it seem stable enough to walk over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cithra, I don't remember. Were you here?
Yeah,
Have you
he's
come
there.
to this place before?
No, not now. I'm saying
Sorry.
in the past. Sorry, is what I'm trying to ask.
Hmm.
Do you remember anything of this?
I definitely don't remember the dead snake. Perhaps if I had, I would not have returned.
I don't know what happened around that time. Everything's a blur.
I think he died.
Well, for me, yes, but I don't. But I was with Cithra at some point, and I don't know what happened to us.
Me neither.
As you
Where's that voice?
So as you cross the bridge, you see there's like a pier, and there's also like a shore, with water so black, no light, no matter how intense, could reveal what lies beneath its surface. There's a wooden post, and there's a rough iron bell bolted to it and attached to the dock.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
The bell tolls.
Do you have to touch everything you see?
Have to. No, it's a choice that I make willingly with optimism.
Hey,
There we go.
Meanwhile, Ares is considering the perks of whether or not, with the implication whether or not she's going to get him killed. Again. So when you rung the bell, it took a lot more effort than you expected. Touching it, it was like super cold. Less like wasn't so much cold as more it was actively trying to steal heat. And you're comfortable with cold, but even that was a lot for you. And that's saying
Okay.
something. So this ring is loud, and it echoes like a call of the haunted. In the distance, on what must appear to be like, like a turn in the water, a light turns on and begins to slowly move towards you.
I'm gonna walk out onto the pier.
As you kind of look forward, the mist is super thick, and it still takes like an active effort to be able to breathe, and every intake of air stings the lungs, but still keeps you alive. And after a few minutes, you can barely make out the bow of a boat with dozens of mesh skulls of different kinds, making like kind of a Cabra figurehead. It flows smoothly forward, but not as if it's floating in the water. It's as if the water itself is moving around the boat, you can make out like a kind of cloaked figure that on there slowly pedaling his way to you with a tall brown stick. The lights coming from the orbs on top of his staff don't seem to like burn like yellow. They have like a blue tint to them.
What has a blue tint?
Like the light on top of his staff.
Oh, okay. Can I make out anything about him, or does the hood cover everything?
Hood covers just about everything.
Dope.
After a couple of minutes, his boat finally like finishes its approach, and he stops at the dock and pulls a rope. There's a small wooden set of stairs that like flips over and lands on the dock, and then he gestures for all of you to come aboard.
Can
I
we
get
roll,
on.
like, an insight?
What does this guy look like?
We can't tell.
A cloaked person.
Is there some sort of boat?
There is a boat. Yeah.
Yeah, he was- he was-
I'm assuming my
Okay.
character can't really make this stuff out. I know there's a light,
is.
but
There's a boat and a person on the boat in a cloak.
By the way, in this distance, you can tell that the lights on top of his staff, they don't burn hot. They burn cold, and there's like black flecks, kind of like a blurring of vision at the edges of it.
okay. So by the way, is this light illuminating anything, or is it just like a light? That's what I'm more wondering.
It
Pardon me,
illuminates it in like a cold kind of.
So I can
like
actually
blue
see is
light.
what I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
yeah, you can
Oh,
see
okay,
it.
okay.
Question: as a death cleric, is there anything about this place and this individual and the things I'm hearing that strikes me as holy or divine in that regard of the domain of death?
It is definitely adjacent for sure.
Mm.
Maybe not your death, maybe someone else's.
Mm. Hmm. Well,
I'm gonna kind of be like,
thou toes for all dead.
let's get on the boat, people. Come on.
There's the water there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I like dip my spear into the water, does it do anything to it?
Do you do it?
Yeah, like the bottom part, like the wood part.
You die instantly.
Roll me a d20.
Oh boy.
It's a death save.
Oh god.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 6.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You feel something violently jerk you. Make me an
into the
acrobatics save.
Can Natalia lunge and try and grab him?
Like like a dexterity save. My bad.
Oh, dexterity save?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would be. Oh! Oh, that's still 17! Woo!
Okay.
Something is trying to grab you.
Oh.
Does he manage to get like?
Like he's
Get a spear out?
managing to hold on, but he hasn't quite got it free yet.
I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on
Yeah.
him to pull him back.
Wait, he's so. Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
say
let go of
that's
the
not
spear,
enough.
idiot.
Okay, you grab him back. Now, the spear gets submersed inside the water. Roll me
Oh, I was trying to pull it with me.
roll
No.
me a d20, Cithra.
No.
Can Natalia lunge
Yari.
forward and like grab him?
8.
All right, better hope I roll lower.
Oh boy.
All right, hold on. Fuck. Okay. The spear gets spit back into the air and kind of goes in an arc. Roll me another save, Sithra.
Which kind? A deck save?
You know, this never happens when I touch things.
Yo, 24.
You split your legs as it lands right between them, and you can kind of see there is a kind of strange liquid flowing about the spear now, and where it touches like the ground that you got off the boat, you could see small black tendrils and cracks growing as if like a spreading miasma and decay.
Get some of this liquid into like vials and try to cap it.
Because I have a poisoner kit, right? So I'm like,
Yeah, so I guess that would have vials. Yeah.
Would anyone like to roll me a religion?
I have decent religion.
that was
Oh,
my
you have,
religion.
oh yeah, how's your
Oh,
religion?
boy.
Plus
Plus one.
four.
+4. I had the same. You can go ahead.
Okay. That's bad. That's a 5.
Oof.
I'm gonna roll 2.
Please roll 2.
Oh, how do we do?
Wait.
Ah, 12.
Well, Sithra, you have advantage. You should fucking know this.
Oh, thank God. Or should I say, thank the serpent?
I got a 14.
Yo, 16.
All right.
Nice.
Your spear is now death touched.
Oh, yeah! I think that's good.
Yeah, it's also incredibly fucking hazardous to living beings.
Incredible. Can I still wield it?
Yeah. Just don't
gonna
nick
go
your,
over and
just
kick it
don't
back
nick
into the lake.
yourself or any of your friends.
I'm gonna go kick it back into the lake.
No, you can't. It's in my hands. What?
I thought it was on the ground.
It's in
It's-
front of me. I picked it up.
And it's planted into the ground too. To be fair.
In front of me. I know my reflex. I got 20 in Dex. Ain't no way.
She
you
like
doing
she
this.
like tries to walk over it and you're like fucking no, and you just yoink it. You're like no, mine. I imagine
Okay.
I imagine you do the serpent thing, the serpent tongue thing.
Totally. I imagine I grab it and I sort of like flip around as I lift it out the ground and then land on my 2 feet. And then
I just want to see it for a second.
I think it's best if you don't touch it. At least now it's been blessed by the death domain. Unless you would care to end your enjoyment of life.
Not strictly opposed, but I just want to see it. Research purposes. Gimme.
No.
Pretty please.
Oh, if only you had told me your name.
My name is Sithra.
I take my spear in hand and I walk up to the boat.
So do you want me to just tell you what it does or let you figure it out?
Sure, tell me what it does.
Figure it out. Let's figure it out as we go.
I mean, I'm a death domain. Maybe I know what it does, you know? I want to know.
Yeah. that makes sense.
I will say, it as a weapon does an additional 2d6 necrotic damage on a hit.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah.
It also has a special effect if you kill a certain type of creature with it.
Ah.
Ah,
Like, feeds their
that's
soul
not
directly.
concerning at all.
I volunteer we test it on Belinda.
You're gonna get dumped in the water.
Varula would have considered it if she wasn't the best, had the best eyes amongst the party.
Ares is looking around. Does this water go from wall to wall? Is there a way to get around it without getting on this boat?
Nope.
He begrudgingly makes his way onto the boat.
By the way, the figure still has his hand out waiting for something.
Oh, I give him
Um.
the vial thingy. Does he take it?
No.
Can Natalia give him like a gold coin?
Yes.
So she'll give him a gold coin.
He closes
Is
his hand. As it touches him, you could see the gold of it fades into a bright silver.
Right. Is that enough?
He like brings it close, and then without saying a word, he points to a sign, and it says, "Please keep all hands and feet inside the boat at all times." And I will say that actually has been there the entire time. I actually had that written.
Oh my god. So I think with that, Natalia would be like, good to know. And I think she'd look over her shoulder and she'd just, Linda, keep your hands and feet in the bag, please, and step on.
Varula follows Natalia.
She's still like rocking back and forth.
You might want to hold her in your lap for this so she's not like pressed against the back or whatever.
You know what? That is a very good idea. Natalia will take her bag off.
She does not want to leave the bag at all.
Yeah,
No,
but
she
she's
can
gonna
stay in
take
the
her out, but
bag.
She's gonna take the
Okay.
bag off her back and put her in her lap.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think when she does this,
You
she's
might
just
want to put the
going-
straps on so like your
Oh
Like,
yeah, like a little
contacting
like
her.
yes.
Yeah, like
oh
we
my
can reach
god.
out.
Yes, she will. And I think she definitely will be like, "Are you all right?"
She just silently whimpers.
This will be over soon.
I feel you, Belinda.
You still have your rat with you.
It's in the bag.
So the boat will proceed. Okay. Um, and so as you begin to like slowly move down the river from the paddle, it starts to gain a little momentum. But looking from above, you can start to even notice there are strange patterns. There's even movement, like fish,
Underwater?
but heavier and slower.
I
The
want to
voice
stick my hand in, but I remember what he said.
the voice cackles around the dark cavern again. I have pets too.
I had a pet cat once, but it died.
You think the darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
I know that's a quote, but I can't say from where.
A second
Batman.
sign appears. He points to it. No references.
I love that so much.
If we look up, can we see a kind of ceiling, or does it just darkness?
You see a darkness, but there are slight beads of light stuck within the minerals at the top of the cavern, almost like a sea of stars.
Can Natalia do like like an Arcana check or like a religion check, considering they're stars?
You can do a religion check.
All I want. You know, it's not bad. It's a 16.
There are actually constellations, but you don't know what they represent.
Right.
It is like it is
So-
an entirely different night sky.
Right. So I think Natalia would look up, and after a moment, she just they're true stars, and though they're different than ours.
Rula perks up at this and starts looking at the sky. The would any sort of like history check or something help with this, by the way?
Not really. It's something that's not really known at all. It's
Not even like no lore or anything.
not
that's
really.
gone into-
No,
okay.
like again, like how many people
Yep.
in the past, several hundred years have made it down here without dying?
We'll have to
Fair
get
enough.
when we get back.
I was thinking more before the city fell legends, but I guess that's
Yeah.
fair.
Dumb question. Considering that as the goddess of stars, would Natalia be kind of like pray to Desna really quick for if I would have any information?
You feel as if it was unheard.
That's alarming. All right. It appears my goddess does not reach down here.
He doesn't?
Well,
Uh,
at least not my
It is
prayer
a
line.
place of death. I do not know what your goddess governs.
I am the only power here.
Right, we're going to ignore the voice in this moment.
Your power must be so strong. What are you in charge of?
Compensating for something? No, she Brilla wouldn't say that, but
You know, it's gonna end up biting you in the ass at one point. You know that, Queen.
I do. I'm waiting for it to happen. But also, he's the one initiating conversation.
1 second.
Oh, I'm so scared about that.
Yeah, everything's normal. Everything's fine.
Why would he talk to us?
Um,
He doesn't want to talk back.
Eventually, like as you continue down the river, you notice that there starts to be like specks of light in the water, and there's still like the basically huge swaths of buildings and things like that carved into the cavern.
Can I
And
see
there's
any
like,
of this, by the way?
huh?
Just like Does the starlight illuminate enough so I
Yeah,
can see?
you could see it.
Okay.
Like there are wisps of green and blue flowing, like the scales of some amphibian beast, but in the size of a person. They suddenly go against and around the current, but very rarely come close to the surface. There are even globes of light in the distance that play and fickle and appear and disappear among the water as if tempting you to look at them and come closer. There's also like almost like images of almost like an after image of a shadow of a person peeking around the dark catacombs looking at you.
If I say, "Hey, Mr. Ferryman," does he acknowledge me at all?
Nope.
Okay.
It takes about a total of an hour to like for you to reach your destination. You guys slowly come to what looks like a island in the middle of a massive lake. Still flowing, by the way. Um, it comes like a lake, and then it continues in like a river. And there's like an island mass of bones, and there's a little dock attached to it.
The island is made of bones.
Yep, it's like a massive pile of bones upon bone.
Is there a bell on this dock as well?
Nope.
Hmm.
How do we get you back here?
Maybe he waits for us.
Is there a
we'll just
sign
move forward.
anywhere?
Nope.
I'm going to hold out a gold piece to him and be like, "Is this enough for a return trip?"
He will take the gold piece, and it will become silver into his hand.
Okay. I'll just assume that's a yes.
I think it's best to assume, and if it is wrong, then we will figure it out.
So has the boat pulled up?
Yep.
Okay, I get off.
Yeah, I get off.
Natalia also will, and she'll make sure that Varula gets off
Yep.
safely.
So, as you guys get to the island, it's a quite weird sight. So in the center is like obviously like an altar, almost like a desk, and like behind this altar is a black throne, and upon it lies the shape of a large skeletal man in a tattered black robe. He has a gold crown centered upon a red jewel on top of his head. And near his left side is a large two-handed, ancient-looking sword. Like it's made out of some kind of weird material you've never seen before. The
Can I
blade
do an
tip.
arcana check on the sword?
Give me a damn second, Queen. Gee,
Alright.
hold. You're like arcana check. I want it. I want it. And I'm like, hold on. Let me set the scene. Um. So the sword is like buried in the bone, and you can kind of tell like the bones slightly shift every now and then, and whenever a bone touches that, it becomes slowly charred. And his white, pale skull is resting upon an elbow. Now, on the table are several bars of gold and a small silver goblet filled with trinkets. There's a placemat and playing cards. Now, around the island are actually other small tables, and there's actually a small cacophony because there's skeletons in various robes and finery. They're playing games of chance. They're playing all kinds of different card games and dice games and things like that. And what's really weird about it is some of the skeletons are dressed like nobles, others are adventurers, and others could even be commoners. Some are just plain skeletons, as if like their clothes have rotted away. And the thing is, it's such a different like mix of different styles and almost like a melting pot of different eras even. And there's even like it looks like there's a bar at the back where there's a translucent looking man cleaning a very dusty glass.
Wait, like you say an alive man?
Like there's a translucent blue looking man, basically a ghost, in the back. He's like cleaning a dusty glass. There's even like a wooden post-it board back there with some notes on it.
Can I go back there and look? Can I read anything on the notes?
Sure, you can walk past everything else and go back to read the notes. And it seems like it's a notice board for people who need things done. And most of them are quite past due.
Nothing asking for like the preservation file that we have.
Nope.
Okay.
Two things. One, is the boat still behind us, or did he take off?
What boat?
Okay.
Okay.
Second thing, is there anything etched onto this guy's sword?
Yeah, there's lots of interesting runes.
Can I read any of them?
As you get closer, his skull looks to you.
Hi.
You start to notice there's some bones start moving around a bit more and start to swirl. Something underneath your feet is stuck and trying to move.
I move off of the boat.
Suddenly, this mass of bones arises, and it has like a dark cloak. And one of the bones, the one that was underneath your foot, slides and forms a finger on his hand.
Hey, my bad. Didn't mean to step on you.
Have you
Not used
come
to-
to add to my collection?
You know, I'm not so sure I
Come
did.
closer. Let me see those pretty teeth.
Natalia's
Oh,
nervous.
my teeth are horrible. You wouldn't want mine. And yeah, he slowly steps away.
He appears behind you. Where are you going?
Just wandering the island, looking at all this cool stuff you've got.
I bet this
You
was the
look
voice
so
we heard.
different. Lost in
Yep.
time, are we?
What? No?
What would you know about being lost in time?
Ah, time lost adventures. My oldest habit. It got boring 1,000 cycles ago.
Cycles.
You've
Yes.
seen this?
Let's pretend we skip forward to the part where I understand, where I teach you everything you understand, and you go die anyway.
Let's not do that, preferably.
Yeah,
Like the TVL
it sounds like you're skipping some pretty important stuff, actually.
What makes you think we haven't had this conversation many times? Why would I bother with my end? But always, I get stuck right back here. There's always the thing I agreed to do, and I can't undo it.
Then why not make this time different and we tell us what has happened?
Yes, I'll make his time different by keeping you here. If you're here, you're outside. It can't happen again.
What did you
Or-
promise to do?
What keeps happening?
What he said. And what he said.
Ignorant children. To think you're the shard of a soul buried within so much potential, but never, ever utilized. Pathetic. I digress. He leans back and starts patting his knuckles and popping them a little bit. Very well. Do you have the negotiated item?
I have it, I think, but I'm over with the ghost.
Do you still have the vial?
A giant skeleton hand grabs you and drags you
Me?
over from the bottom of the skeleton. Literally, a hand of skeleton forms out of bones and brings you over in the seat in like a little wave.
Eh,
You have been less than polite this time around.
I'm sure I was just as rude the last time around.
I assure you, you weren't.
Well, nowhere to go but up, I suppose.
looks
I'm
around.
allowed.
To be clear, is it okay if I keep her?
No.
I believe none of us have any
I mean,
clones.
out
We
of
don't even know her name.
curiosity, or
We do
any
not,
of us?
but we're not going to give away a party member to
We
a
don't
man
even
made
know
of
her
bone.
name.
He
Perhaps
lifts
if
his
she was to tell us her name, then
he,
we would.
he
take
lifts
it.
his
Wonderful.
right ear. I hear you brought me something interesting. You've never done that before.
Automatically, Natalia like takes a protective stance, and she's gonna bare her fucking teeth.
Hmm.
What you see
I'm
has
gonna
been tried.
also slightly step in front of Natalia, and then I'm gonna pull out the vial with the preservation seal.
He's gonna like flow like a shade in between the two of you, and he's gonna lean in as close to the bag and almost and like sniff.
Natalia's turning her. She's turning so that she is facing him. I would suggest that you mind your own. I am very polite, but it will be a problem if you continue.
I see. Wow. You've never done this before. He starts flowing backwards and starts pacing. Well, I don't know what difference it could make. Maybe. Fine. Fine. So he's going to reach out a hand for the bottle.
I'm gonna put it out just a bit, but not hand it to him, and I'm gonna say, "So you've met Assaul before?"
If you intend to keep your soul within the body, I encourage you to abide by the contract.
All the contract stated was that we were supposed to bring you.
No, the contract.
And what exactly is that?
Have I gone over this before? Yes. Have it not matter? Correct. What does it matter?
Well, if you
Simply
are holding us to a
comply.
if you are holding us to a contract, perhaps we should know the terms.
You did.
And do I now? No.
No.
Exactly. So how can I abide to something that I do not know?
Because your very soul is bound to it. Through a path, through a golden thread, through the spawns and spans of time. Whether it be by the author's hand, or the creature within the deep, it will always be combined. It will always be completed. It is by its very nature. You agreed, you will be held to it.
What
So you
about
mean
the
fate?
9?
Do not bring them up. You are getting one. Now, give it to me.
Did he say we're getting one?
Yes.
I hand him the vial. Where are we getting it?
Wait,
As you
getting
hold
one-
it, he plucks off the cork and he says, breathe like you mean it.
To me?
Yep, he's asking you to exhale as much as you can.
Okay, fine.
Do it.
I'm doing it!
So as you breathe out, he's going to spin his finger around, and it's going to draw up more and more breath than you think you could even give. And then he's going to put it inside the bottle and then cork it.
I'm already fairly weak. I have low constitution, so I'm gonna kind of fall
You
to my
gain a
knees
level
at
of
that.
exhaustion.
Oh, man. That's like what? Disadvantage on ability checks?
I forget. I think so.
I think the first one is just attacks.
I'll look it up.
So he's going to take the bottle, open up his robe, and like toss it inside. And as he does, you notice on top of the ceiling there is slightly one more bit of light.
Is that how many times you've seen this?
You've never asked that before. Who are you? Where have you
Uh,
been?
have you seen me less than others?
He's gonna like scratch where his beard isn't. Ha ha ha. He looks up. You're cheating. Very well. A deal's a deal's a deal. And he's going to, one second. Let me pull this up. Sorry, I have to pull up the right section for you guys.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, so he kind of like steps back and begins to float a little bit. And then he reaches towards like the center of the room, and a portal of darkness opens in a shattering scream right in front of his hand, as if wounding the very world itself. Darkness oozes and pulses from the portal, as if bleeding to the pumping of an unnatural heart. He reaches within the portal, and an empty void so dark it defies description, to pull out an ashen, carved hourglass, filled with beads of dark sand. Cracks the shade of bone. You have until this hourglass empties for the world to begin again. The hourglass spins slightly, an eerie wood blue and a golden thread. The sands appear within unnaturally suspended, as if moving from a different time. The beauty and grace of this hourglass hints it was crafted by a race cursed to never appreciate its intricate beauty, only its sinister power. In a realistic chant he speaks, once, twice, thrice, and the time is nigh. Should you wish to pay the price, you may travel through the needle's eye, to undo space and even time. Gifts to rewrite destiny are hard to find, and so are the souls who become entwined. And he holds out the hourglass towards you.
With me?
Towards the party, anyone wants to grab it.
I guess Natalia will step forward to take it.
The hourglass settles into your palm as you grasp it, and it feels cool and delicate to the touch. Spin it left once.
I think Natalia will look at him for just a minute before just spinning it left the one time.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Imagine you spin it right twice.
Everything ends. We have to roll
Combination.
new characters.
That'd be
God.
so funny, actually.
Oh my god.
This is my gift for courage yet show. And you see an image begin in front of you. And he says, no matter how powerful or great you believe to be his destiny, all stories end up the same way, eventually. The ending is already pre-written. He waves his hand, and a purple illusory miasma reveals a depiction of a band of heroes, steadfast and legendary in resolve. You will die. I have foreseen it. Even the elves do not live forever. Even the light of those touched by the gods dims eventually. The image is filled with a flash of white and red, and one by one the shapes of great heroes collapse and keel over, dead, their flesh cold and spotted orange. Everyone who has ever known you will die. Everyone who has ever heard your name will die. In the visage, you see people start to keel over and begin to pile bodies into carts. Your memory will fade. Statues built in your honor will crumble onto dust, crushed like your bones into the wind. An image of a large ceremonial statue lies broken, yet within the image the quarried stone begins to wear down under the sands of time, shattered and forgotten. It's just another forgotten monument in the desert, doomed to be added to the cavern. So I ask you, would-be heroes, are you ready to die? Would you drink from that cup? As the last image settles upon a desert plain, a wasteland of misery and emptiness, the only remarkable features being the tops of a familiar wall sticking out from beneath the sand. What price is worth a doomed destiny? What price would you pay to escape your fate? What price would you pay to ease the suffering of others? What price would you pay to change everything? And the image ends.
What the hell was that?
A tiny dose of time. Tiny fraction of all that was, is, and ever will be.
What are you?
How do you know?
looks at you and just stares. Let's see if attitude this time can change anything. It is
What are
time I
you?
left. Enjoy your stay on my beautiful little island.
You could give some more answers before you just run off.
He starts laughing, and the bones collapse and merge with each other.
Is the sword still there?
Yeah. The creature that was talking to you, the bone, the bone dude, right? He is not the
Mhm.
person that was sitting on the throne.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, did anyone else get a bit alarmed by all of that? I mean, if I'm honest, I would give anything to do what is right to protect others and to change certain things.
Honestly, it filled me with a lot of hope. More than anything, if there's a chance.
Fair enough.
You said there was a chalice on the table, right?
There's a lot of different things on the table. Yeah.
So can we look over what's on the table?
Yeah, there's like mostly bars of gold, valuables, things like that. Though
Okay.
you'll notice that weirdly enough, along the different tables of people that the skeletons are gambling, it seems like they care more about if it's shiny than if it's valuable. Mostly, the most common, like apparently the most valuable things here are like brass buttons.
Oh, that's what's on? Oh, like on the table
Ooh.
as in what's being gambled on. Okay.
Yeah. Now
So
the
we could
altar
just
has like
take
bars
gold?
of gold and things like that on it.
Okay.
So we could just take some gold.
Here's my concern with taking gold: is there going to be a price to pay taking gold from a man of death?
Yeah, I'm
I
not very.
already served death.
If I look back at
I'm
the
gonna
pier,
go take some gold.
You were saying?
And it's only because you said that.
No!
If you never said that, oh, well, what is it? Someone who serves death. I do that too, so I guess I'm fine, right?
Can Natalia
Yeah.
grab his
please
dick?
don't.
You reach for it, and the bone hand grabs you, and then his left hand is a cup with dice.
Let's gamble for the gold. Is that it?
If I look back at the pier, is the boat guy back?
No.
No, because we haven't. Okay.
Well, it feels like gambling while we wait for the boat from.
Probably not.
Am I able to like approach the guy on the throne?
Yeah, I guess.
Can I get close enough to try to read whatever's on his sword?
Sure. What languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, Gnomish, and Modron.
And what?
Modron, like the robot
got
language that
got you.
is spoken in the Canis.
You don't really know what it says, but you know there are magical runes embedded in those words.
Okay.
Is it abyssal?
No.
Okay.
Would it be infernal?
It's in the neighborhood.
Primordial.
Celestial.
Oh,
So the real question is,
that blasted
would
tongue.
Now the real question is, who prepared to comprehend languages?
That's like a
Uh,
second level spell, isn't it?
Not an option on my spell list, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Not
not
an
an
option,
option for
Natalia.
me.
If it's in the same range, would Natalia, if she like sat, be able to at least piece together bits and pieces?
The skeleton will note your interest and look at you.
I take the
I'll
cup of
just
dice.
ask him, "Hey, what's your sword say?"
I don't think he can talk.
He
there
says
chair?
he will say the following. In doing so, you feel like a dark cloud is above you, as if you have taken notice of something, as if something greater has taken notice of you. Kalio Kalum. Darken the sky for the greater good.
Oh, thank goodness you gave me a translation. I didn't know what that meant.
Is there like a second chair on opposite for someone to play against him?
As you approach, a chair gets made of bone.
I sit in it.
Are we really gambling dead?
I'm pretty sure we have to win if we want to leave.
If you want to leave, go talk to the bartender.
I tried to talk to the bartender, and the phone waved me away. All right. Can I stand up, or does the chair keep me?
You can stand up.
Okay, I go over to the ghost again.
Ares is just gonna write in his notebook for a little while.
So, the skeleton's going to shake the dice in the cup. Up for a game,
Who's he asking?
Sithra.
I'm gonna hear this. I'm gonna turn around and message at him. Please don't.
What is the game?
Simple. We each roll a dice. Higher number wins. Tie, we
I message
re-roll.
at him. I will tell you my name if you don't play the game.
And what is your name? I whisper back.
You have to promise not to play first.
I promise.
He shakes the cup. Ants haven't had a good game in centuries.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You could
I'm
message
gonna
it to
message
him.
at him. Huh?
Yeah. I was gonna say you could PM it to him so the rest of
Oh
us don't hear
yeah,
it.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the DM obviously, if that matters.
I swear to God, if she lies, I'm gonna laugh. Knowing Queen, she probably would. Now she's like, busted!
While there's apparent silence happening at this offer,
I will.
Insight check, Queen.
I'm not telling you my name.
Oh, not me,
I-
not me. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I look to the gambling guy. Well, I'm afraid that snake eyes would be the lowest roll, and I already have those, so best not to risk it.
Very smooth.
Ares will say, "What do I win if we play?"
I think the better question be, what do you lose if you lose?
What is it you most desperately desire in the heart of hearts?
Uh, my friend back, I guess. Yeah.
They will be waiting for you. Somewhere.
That's terribly vague.
But also, it could be a trick.
He could be
Don't
waiting
fall
for you
for
in
it.
hell, dude.
Exactly. Do not be waiting. Do not listen to a man waving a dice.
He'll be waiting for you on this plane, alive and well.
I grew up in a tavern. You learn
And
quickly
what do you win from me if I lose?
A favor.
Mm.
Okay, hang on. So while they're doing this whole thing, have I made it to the ghost?
Yep.
And he looks. What does he look like? Human?
Yeah.
Elvish? Yeah.
He looks thin and wiry, actually.
And he's just. Is there like a bar that he's at, or is he just?
Yeah,
standing by
he's behind a bar tending it.
Like a ghost bar, or like a real one?
Like a real bar. He's trying to clean a glass, but obviously it doesn't work that well because, he's a ghost.
Obviously. Hi. I was wondering, how do we leave with, our bodies and souls intact?
Oh, well, one of those things would have been fine, but yeah, the other things, they get a little bit more complicated. I suppose we'll have to go through the door in the back.
Could we?
Yeah, the issue is, I lost the damn key a long time ago. I don't remember quite where I put it.
God damn it.
What if you think really hard about it?
Well, I would scratch my forehead, but he puts his hand through his forehead. I don't really work so much.
I can scratch my forehead and maybe it's the same thing.
I don't know that it is.
I'm going to reach up and scratch my forehead a little.
I think I know what happened. I lost it in the card game. But I figured, hey, it's not like I can walk through there.
Who are you playing against?
Trying to remember his name. He's been here longest.
Oh, I don't need a name. You could just point.
Big dude. Kind of a dick.
Hot crown.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna walk back over to the table to share the information. As I share the information, I sit down on the bone chair and I say, I'll play you for the key.
Hang on, wait a second. There's
Nope,
there's a
like-
lock?
There is a door that we can get out of. We
Well,
can
if
get
it's
out of
just a
here.
lock, I can take care of that.
I don't think that's how it works.
Is there a door in sight? Like,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask the ghost where this door is?
It's clearly a magical door. I don't know how well lockpicking would work on it technically, but
Okay.
it's
So
got like
they-
it's got like a
there's no
purple
act-
aura about it and everything.
Okay. Well, I can't take care of that one.
What favor do you want from me if I lose?
He wags his finger. What's the fun in that?
You're right. Shall we?
Shall we? So he's going to hand you the cup with dice.
So, am I actually gonna roll 2d6s?
Yep.
Okay.
They have to do so in the roll chat, so
Can I just do it on the? Okay, hang on. How
you can
I
do it in
on-
D&D Beyond either way, as long as it's public.
How do I? Hang on, I've got to. Do I? So I click the little dice icon in the corner.
Yep, and then you click it twice on the d6.
Nope, hang on, too many numbers. That's more numbers. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. And then to everyone roll.
Yep.
Be-doke.
I can't. I don't have D20 open. If someone can say what the numbers
6.
results are. 6.
So he's gonna grab the cup and put another dice in it. What?
A third
I never
dice?
said he had to use 2. He's gonna roll. Let me roll this. 1, 2, 3. Are you fucking? Okay, I got a 5.
Let's go.
Nice.
Get fucked,
easy
cheater.
peasy.
So he's going to hand
Oh,
you a
that's
broken
aggressive.
key.
Broken key?
Yeah.
Like 2 parts of it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's gold.
Okay, I take them.
Never had that
Good
happen
game.
before. You
This
should
is
have added
just
3
a
dice.
regular key. Can I make an Arcana check to see if the key's magical or if it's just a regular
It
key?
seems like a regular key.
I'm
It's
just
got,
gonna
it's got
cast,
like a it's got like a cut. It's still whole, but it's got like a cut through most of it. You know,
I'm gonna cast mending on it.
it mends.
I hand it to Natalia without standing up. And I say, Natalia, can you go check with the ghost if this is the key that he lost?
I can. And Natalia will take it and head over to the bar. And once she gets over there, she definitely will just hold up the key and she just. "Is this-
Oh, hey,
is
my
this the
key."
Thank you. You answered my question without me ever having to say anything.
So can I have my key back?
We need to leave. So not currently.
Oh, well, I mean that door ain't locked.
What do you mean it's not locked?
I just want my key back. Oh, you even fixed it for me. You know, you get drinks for life.
Natalia's
death.
already putting the key in her bag.
Okay, well, you know that seems like a little unnecessary, but
You implied that the door was unlocked. That the door is locked, and it was actually unlocked the entire time. So we just had one of our party members roll off and gamble something that we don't even really know what it is, so you could get your key returned.
well, it's a sentimental value. Look,
She's gonna,
how
like-
about I give you something in fair trade?
And what will you give?
I don't know. What do you want?
What can you offer?
You know,
Perhaps we
well,
could get a bar of gold.
Well, I got a few of those. Like, they're not really worth that much. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
a bar of
Natalia's
gold.
holding her tail up. She's like, ignore him. What
I
can
mean, it's
you
just a
offer?
bar of gold. It's worth nothing.
We don't care about the gold. What can you offer?
We definitely care about the gold.
Sithra?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's basically. I mean, I found it in the trash the other day. It's just he
You know
brings
what?
out.
How about you
he
could
brings
just
out
throw it
two-
on as a
He brings
credit
out like
or
2 thick, heavy bars of gold. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
I'll
really
take those
worth.
off your hands. No sweat. Thank
And
you.
you're
I
not
mean,
doing
honestly,
much
I got a
food.
bunch in the back. I could just really get rid of.
I think that's great. I have a bag here. I'll take this trash out of your wonderful home.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you,
I
God.
appreciate it. Hey, don't touch those brass buttons though. I'm watching you.
No, I would never dare to do such a thing.
Yeah, good, good, good. You know.
Natalia's gonna shake her head and she just. Of course.
I'm gonna message on Natalia, who I assume is within 100 feet. So is it the key?
The door's unlocked.
I'd kill him if he wasn't already dead.
Trust me, I usually don't feel like that, but I'm very.
All right.
Now, obviously,
Fine,
it
we
seems
leave
like
it
it's
open.
it's good for you. Do you happen to have any milk on you? I mean, I could really use some calcium these days. It's like primo currency down here. I'm guessing
We're
I'm guessing you're still in the era that uses this crap as currency, right? He points to the bars of gold.
We are. We are, however, fresh out of calcium, so.
I mean, I could just, take us a teensy weensy little bit.
It's not happening.
Oh,
any
you're no
means-
fun.
What do you have in trade for the key?
I got these bars of gold. I got
Well,
these.
that is not. No, you said
No,
that was
I-
trash to you.
Yes, and we are happy to
I have
take it as a
okay.
gift.
He brings out like a teeny tiny little box. I got what's inside the box.
Can you open the box up after? And I think after their experiences, Natalia is not touching a box right now.
Hey,
think
there
this
could be
is a
anything
wonderful
inside
deal.
this box, even a boat.
I think this is a wonderful deal. We get a box and we get this trash gold, and we head out the door and leave.
This is a common trick.
There could
Or,
be anything inside this box, even a boat.
Can you open it?
No, that's the whole point
No,
of the
let's
box.
take
And why do you
It's
not
a
want to open
mystery
it? Because
box.
there's nothing inside it. I do not care about a mystery box.
Because I don't even know what's inside. The contents are completely random.
What kind of box is it?
It is
What does the box look like?
it's a smallish wooden box.
Completely sealed? Like,
Yep.
Not like a. Okay. No
Ares
flash
is
or anything.
gonna
I think it's
come.
different.
It's got runes of alteration on the top when it comes to size,
Yeah,
so it can
I think
contain
at this
stuff that's
point-
bigger than it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point Natalia is going to take the box.
And I will
back out
take
in
the
front.
gold. I will take all of the gold.
Before we go,
I had it all smelted just to save space. He points out to a huge 30 by 30 cube of gold in the back.
Amazing. I'm taking it.
Dude,
How do
take
you
that
think you're
out.
taking that?
that thing weighs like
Um,
5,000 pounds.
No, it weighs more than that.
So that hammer that we got earlier, just gonna start breaking pieces off.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I have a pitten too from my adventure gear, and I'm just gonna literally chisel pieces
Every
of gold off.
time he chisels a piece off, I'm gonna mend it.
Let's go! Wait, what do you mean? mend
That
it?
doesn't
Like,
work.
back into the cube?
Making it back into the
Doesn't work.
What?
Let's
It's
go.
magical gold?
I'm just gonna say it doesn't work. Because otherwise, people would do that all the time with real gold. With at
No,
the
I
real
was
world.
I was mending it back into the giant piece so that he never actually got it.
Why?
Oh, got you.
I
Okay.
would look to you and I would say why.
I thought you meant you were trying to duplicate.
What use do you have for this? We could use this gold to purchase things later when we get back to the city.
Yeah, well,
You waste your talents and magics on bringing us down instead of lifting us up.
you killed a man.
And yes, I
Barry.
will pay with his weight in gold. If you're so
Aries,
concerned.
can you come help me?
With what?
I need to talk to you.
Nice.
He walks over.
I message it Sithra at work fast.
Working fast.
Okay,
I'm
so-
working fast.
Aries,
Yeah.
what do you remember about how you died?
Well, I was making some stuff and it exploded.
You know what year it is?
Yeah, it's a while after I died.
Like 90 years.
Like 100?
When did you come back? Where
Uh,
did you come back?
DM was I was in that city before and after, right?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same time frame.
Okay. What was the name of the city? I completely forget.
Oh, girl.
Okay. Yeah, I came back in Avril.
How long ago? A week? A month?
Uh, how long ago?
Yeah, basically you came back at the same time as everyone else, essentially. You had the same time skip.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm just curious because we all sort of crash landed into the desert together at the same time. And I'm just wondering if maybe if you landed somewhere else, if there could be others like us.
I don't know. It was just kind of the same, kind of different. Uh, it was definitely a different city back then, but you know.
All right, thanks for your help. I turned to the ghost. Do you know who that other skeleton was that we were talking to?
I don't know no names. I just
No?
call them what
Okay.
they are.
Just checking.
Aries
If I
is
flip
gonna
over, how
wander
much
back.
gold did you manage to get off?
Huh?
Like, how much gold in this time has Sithir managed to
Yes.
get?
How much gold have I collected?
By the way, I did the math. That that weighs over 40,000 pounds. So
Jesus.
So I'm chipping away. How much have I gotten?
18 gold.
Still going.
Okay, it's not counting the bars. Okay. So where is the already unlocked door?
Behind the bar, I think, right?
Yeah, it's behind the bar by the giant cube of gold.
Aries is going to wander back over to Skeleton Man.
The
And
gambling one?
yeah. And he's going to ask, do you have a way for us to gamble after we leave this place? If I ever wish to do so in the future?
Oh, you want to come back here? Well, I suppose. You know, it's the bartender. He's always got one of them keys laying around. You could always stick it in any lock and come right back here.
Oh,
The key
okay.
we just
Aries is gonna
Natalia is now having like an internal, like, are you kidding me?
Aries is gonna wander back
I'm
over.
so done.
And
She's like, I
he's
can't trust
going
anything anyone
to-
says.
Sithra killed a man. She had a man essentially like get right in Belinda's face through the bag, and then was super
Interesting.
ominous.
He's going to kind of like motion for everyone that was at the bar to come over to him for a second, like
But
out of
by the
earshot
way,
of the ghost.
the bone man would have mentioned that she smells like innocence.
Natalia?
Linda.
No,
Belinda.
Belinda.
Okay.
Okay, as he gestures us all to walk back over, I start banging my head against the bar.
You know, I'm feeling about the same.
You know, if you want a bigger kick, I got something back here you can get.
Can we get the
It-
key back? That would be great.
But my key,
I will give you the box back. It has been unopened.
no refunds.
I'm gonna
Um,
pull off
it-
some of my super shiny rings.
Ooh.
I will give you 2 of these for the 1 key.
Fine. But you better be a repeat customer.
Cool, darling.
He puts the key back on the table.
I give him the rings.
Oh, you're gonna need this. He hands out he offers you the silver key ring. You got another ring laying around?
I have like 12 rings on right now.
He will go ahead and put like all the rings you give him into like a little lockbox.
Okay. So I give him one more.
This is my rainy day fund. I mean, not that it ever rains down here, but you know,
That's so smart. I take the key ring.
I'm gonna add this to my 401k.
No references. Okay.
What? 4,001 kings.
You have another one of those keys?
Well, just because I do doesn't mean they're not special to me.
Ares will hold out his amethyst homunculus.
Homunculus.
I'll trade you a key for your fingerprints.
What?
You heard me.
How does that work?
That's such a great deal. Go for it.
It's not. Don't give away your.
What's he gonna do with his fingerprints?
That's the
He's a ghost.
great question. Why does he want his fingerprints?
Not yours. He looks at behind the bar. His.
Who's he looking at?
Sithra.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's not for sale.
His fingerprints. I'm not a slave owner. I'm not some savage.
His fingerprints are also not for sale.
We are not selling party members. Just
He
give
doesn't
Ares
actually
the
have
key.
fingerprints. He lost them in a card game.
You know, I hate when that happens. I got two. Oh, by the way, you want some ribs? I got them laying around here. I don't know what to do with them.
That's fine. Okay.
Can I,
Can you just show us to the door, please?
It's behind the bar.
Can you show them exactly where it is? They get lost very easily.
So easily.
Oh, well, that's suspicious. Okay.
Very bad at directions.
He guides him to the door.
Okay, while he's doing that, can I sleight of hand to try and rifle around behind the bar and find whatever I can
Yep, I
quickly
see him
find?
doing that, and I snatch his hand and drag him away.
You find a silver key, just like the golden one.
Okay, I pocket it.
And then get dragged away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I smack you on the back of the head. That was a bad idea.
No, it wasn't. That was perfectly planned.
You could have just given him your fingerprints. Okay. So the door, we can see it, right? It's not like invisible or anything.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And it's unlocked, so like if we just open
Correct.
it. Okay. What's on the other side? Is it like darkness?
No, it's you see a bunch of sand.
Awesome. Do you know
Hey,
where this is gonna drop us?
I mean, I think it's the last first place you thought about, but since you thought about it, now it's locked in. You got to go through it.
Awesome. One last question before we leave. That super freaky voice that collects souls and all that, that comes from healing, you wouldn't have to know what it belongs to, would you?
Oh. What? Like, I'm just the bartender. I don't
know.
question management.
So they're in charge.
He shrugs.
You have been so incredibly helpful.
You know, if I had that much sarcasm, I'd put it in a jar and sell it.
Ares will call out, "Hey, Gold Hoarder, I think we're leaving."
Sithra holding, like, chunks of nuggets of gold in his arms.
I've been putting in my bag too. Wait, how much more was I able to acquire?
Man, you're killing me here, ain't you?
Yes, I'm sorry.
You're just like, it's gold, it's gold!
In a rich man's world.
If it's any consolation,
117 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh hell yeah!
oh my gosh, we're rolling.
Not you time. I want to
We're rolling.
Remember the 1 to 10 roll.
1 to 10 roll?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wait, actually, I have no money.
You're like, I'm
Oh
rich.
my
And you're like,
God.
no, I'm poor.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
what's
that's still a
happening?
decent amount of money.
How much is like a whip?
Mm.
You really
PHP
cheap
times
it.
10.
I'm gonna find out.
So,
Okay. We're all heading out the door.
Yeah, I think Natalia, like, she's definitely gonna
Involved.
give like a little pat to her bag and just make sure Belinda's still in there before she steps through.
She
Linda's
is.
gone.
Okay, and at that point she's going through after Queen's
There's a
character.
there's a little wet nose that pokes out of the bag.
I wait to make sure Ares goes through before.
Yeah, Ares is hopping through.
Oh, they're okay.
When the little nose pokes through, Natalia definitely will give it like a little like an awkward
So Ares,
pat.
you notice that some of the gold has reappeared back on the block. Or
Wait,
sorry,
what?
Sithra.
Oh, I noticed what? Sorry.
Some of the gold has moved back to the block.
Like it's regenerating or
Yeah.
it's mending itself.
Like it's being pulled back almost magnetically.
Crazy. Better run.
Oh no, I'm running.
Has Varula gone out?
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Varula's probably the first one.
All right,
Yep,
everyone gets to the surface.
Okay, I blow the bartender a kiss and then I leave.
All right. The door sluts behind you and it disappears.
So we're in the middle of the desert.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
Cool.
your like body's like really cold, and then all of a sudden you get this not actually oppressive, but actually kind of nice warmth from the sun.
As soon as we're
Rula
back
takes a
in
couple
the
deep breaths.
Daytime. We were only down there for
oh,
like
is
3
it
hours.
daytime?
Yep.
But we still haven't like slept after this whole thing, right? Like
Correct.
we're okay. How many hours of like being awake are we going on?
Probably
I
almost
think time-
24.
Oh, okay.
I'm already at 1 level of exhaustion.
Maybe we should. What's around us? Just desert?
Yeah.
Is there any sights on the horizons at all?
Yeah, there's a cloud in the distance.
Is the guide stone?
Yeah.
Is it doing anything?
It is it's pulling kind of like north.
Okay. I say we follow it for a couple of minutes and see if it's leading us back to where we were or it's leading us somewhere else.
Okay.
I mean, everything's gonna move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but we don't know where we are. At least if we're there, we can sort of orient ourselves. See if we
So-
can make the guide stone lead south or something.
So Ares, you notice something weird about your hands.
What?
Your fingerprints are missing.
Oh my god.
I mean, okay, I don't really know what that means, but okay.
You took your fingerprints, but you took the key, dude.
Well, yeah, but like, what's that gonna do?
Now you're the perfect criminal.
I would give it my fingerprints.
Also, the man has your fingerprints and no one knows what the fuck he's.
Maybe he just wants to like look at them, keep them in a jar.
There were an awful amount of jars behind the bar.
Is this can I try to make an Arcana check to see if this key is magical at all, or if it's just a?
It's got a
Key?
couple of arcana of like magic runes on it. I'm trying to wrap this up a little bit.
Okay.
You know, because
Then,
we're already like a little bit, like quite a bit past where we normally do. Okay. So, Belinda's gonna get out of the like out of the sack, kind of stretch her legs a little bit, you know, and kind of like bask in the sun some.
I think Natalia will crouch down and she's just going to be like, "Are you all right?"
You guys hear like the sound, like a telltale sound of like cloth behind you from a sailing ship.
Natalia's grabbing Belinda.
It's too late. Sithra,
Yes.
you notice how as you turn around, there is the trench coat figure. He has like a massive bow, and there's like a black and purple, like he's already pulled all the way back. Now, I want you real quick to roll me in your choice of history, Arcana, or religion.
History, Arcana, or religion. I have the same for each, so I
Okay.
think
Like
I'll
you have a very
choose-
strong indication of you should know this or roll it. Don't roll with advantage.
Does he have advantage? Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna roll religion. Okay, that's a really bad roll. And that's a better one.
What'd you get?
13.
Okay. So, you know that is a arrow known as a Death Lotus.
Oh fuck.
It is magical and it cannot miss.
Fuck.
Bro, it cannot miss?
It
Who's he aiming
cannot
at?
miss. So
Is
as
he
you
aiming
turn
at Belinda?
so as you turn around and you're like looking at this guy, he fires and Belinda jumps in front of you.
No!
It can't miss though.
It could be intercepted.
Can Natalia throw her shield down or anything?
No. He wasn't aiming for yeah. So
Okay, you're correct.
yeah.
Yo.
So Belinda's gonna like pull Sithra down to her, and she's gonna say something in his ear.
What does she say?
Okay, give me 1 second while I pull this up.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yo, you should type it to me.
I am going to.
Let's go! Oh my
Did-
gosh.
Did Ares see this happen?
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to see, I would say. It happened like very fast, like almost instantly.
It was like I turned look, and then
He
boom.
is running towards her to try to cast Cure Wounds.
Natalia's also running.
I'm like imagining this in like slow motion.
Yeah.
There, and like the arrow.
Is he within like 120 feet of us?
Probably at the edge of that actually.
I thought you shot the arrow. Okay, I
Okay,
run up,
give me
like,
give me
100
give me 1
feet.
second.
I'll say, yeah, I would definitely be shooting arrows back, bolts back at him.
Fucking slithering.
I'm trying to
traitor
find
crap.
where it is because I have like notes for this whole
going
if
to
this ends up
die.
happening because there's a very specific set of events that results this. Here it is. Okay.
I am begging you to share that with us when you get it.
And you
What?
and you feel something in your pocket.
It's the thing she gave you in roleplay.
Okay.
So now we just haven't now that just happened. Now he's gonna try to start moving his airship away. Go.
He's
Oh,
still
he's
in the
on an
airship?
airship?
Yes.
So we can't reach him.
Barilla would have shot at least one bolt at him though.
Roll.
I was trying to Eldritch Blast him.
Cannot get disadvantage on the bolt shot.
Okay. Yep. Go for it, Queen. Both roll.
Both?
Natural
Okay.
20.
Nice. Roll damage.
Shit, not a lot. Okay.
He's with us.
Fine, that's 18.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I'm working on it. 17?
That'll hit.
I guess. Could I also throw out a cantrip at him?
I would say probably not due to what happened.
Valid.
Um,
I'd say
Ares
Natalia
is
would,
trying
but
to
she's more
cast
focused
Cure
on
Wounds on the
Belinda.
child.
I would say Natalia is probably like borderline fucking gonna embrace her like demonic
Oh yeah, no.
side.
That what I'm imagining. Here's
Yeah.
the thing: is Natalia sees her go down and panics because Natalia's thing has always been protecting everyone.
Mhm.
So she just fucking books it to Belinda, drops down to her knees, and pulls her into her arms as soon as she's able. And she definitely places a hand on her chest, like where the bolt is, and is like desperately reaching into all of like the divine ability that she has gifted from Desna, trying her fucking best.
21 damage.
Wow, that's a lot. So, you guys are gonna slam into this guy, and it is going to like knock his airship like definitely like almost out of alignment, and he has like a huge scar on the side of his face. It's like his side of his face is like really fucked up.
We did that just now.
Yep,
Between the bolt and the
yep.
Eldritch Blast.
He like lost an eye.
Is it the guy? Is it the guy that sits
It's
there
the
and I was
trench
talking
coat
to?
guy. Yeah.
Which is no, but so he's the same guy as the one that we were talking to earlier, the one who said 2 days south.
The serpent guy, right?
Yep.
With the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you'll notice that it as he like turns around, he's like trying to get past you guys and gain elevation. You can see him physically change to cover up the scar and the fake wound on his hand.
Here's a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
Once Natalia realizes it's not working, if she casts Expeditious Retreat, would she be able to run and get on that fucking ship? Or try to climb up it in any way?
It's really high up the air. I don't know how you would.
How far away is it?
I mean, now it's probably more like 200 feet away, plus
Yeah,
probably like 80-ish feet at least above the ground.
That's what I thought. Too far away
Yeah.
for me to teleport.
Too fucking far away.
So, am I allowed to be casting Cure Wounds on this, or?
Ares and Natalia are working together, and I think it, like Theo said, it won't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to hug Natalia and say I'm sorry. And then you start to see how there's like a purple glowing light, and it grows, and she turns into a mass of butterflies.
That's what fucking breaks Natalia. Like, I think at that point, she reaches out for just a second towards the butterflies, and then she fucks.
The air around me turns a little bit colder, and a little bit of ice starts to form under my feet, and I start screaming.
All right. I think that's a great spot to end the session. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my.
Theo, I'm gonna
Wait,
fight you.
one word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Still wouldn't mind hearing what Sithra heard though.
I also would not.
Up to you, bro. Oh, would you want to read the letter?
I would like to read the letter. Yes.
All right. Do you want me to post it in general or post it just to you?
We should have to wait. I want to have to wait a week. I want something to.
I don't want to have to wait a week.
No, I
That
don't
was
want to wait a week
Natal-
either.
I
That
think
was
Natalia
Natalia's
would
baby.
actually kill me.
I
if I did-
actually would, Theo.
You didn't know. It wouldn't be a week in game time.
That's Natalia's baby, y'all. I have spent since our first ever session. That has been Natalia's baby. I have been telling Theo that is Natalia's baby.
He took
I
it to
don't-
heart.
I started crying.
Okay, so I'm gonna send this to Sithra, and
If the rest of the group has to wait a week, I am begging you, please
Think
send
so
it to me.
I think Sistra's okay with sharing it, he said. Right?
Okay.
I guess it depends what's in the letter.
I'm not gonna read it till next week. I'm gonna wait for him to tell me in game.
Fair enough.
Yo.
Rain is cascading. By the way,
No.
because
It's
like
raining?
because like the butterflies came up, and that cloud which was in the distance like came closer and became darker,
No.
and it grew and grew and grew,
I
and
think
now like
something-
rain is like starting to fall down.
I think something in my reptilian cold soul feels something. That's actually so rough. Damn.
What is it?
Damn. When I made Sithra, every spell I have just hurts people or only helps me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like that kind of fed into like him as somebody. He doesn't like save people, you know? That's not what he does. Like it's not that he doesn't want to, it's just not he just doesn't really know how to do stuff like that, you know? So I don't know. This girl just like died, save him. It's a very strange feeling. Oh god.
So, do you want, I can
Nate
post it
is
in
very
general,
much
or
so
if you
moved.
want, Queen, I can just DM it to everyone.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll put it in lore dumps. Just avoid low channel lore dumps.
Okay. Yeah, I just not looking at.
Okay.
Let's see this.
Bro.
Fucking fact that she apologized to Natalia and then turned into fucking butterfly.
No, that was. Yeah, Nate's heart's hurting.
Oh no.
Okay, if you guys are all reading, because I'm assuming the session is just about over, and my brother
Yeah.
wants to get into play
Yep.
with it.
Yeah, at this point
Theo,
we're just
can
hanging
I-
on talking about session, so you're welcome to dip that if you need to. No problem, Queen.
Theo, I am looking straight at you as I say this. Fuck you. I say that as a player, not to be a dick.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not actually upset because you did a really damn good job. But shit, Theo. I'm not like actually
Fuck
upset.
is more of a compliment, really.
It is from a player, but it also is like fuck.
Now, do you want to know what she whispered to Sithra? Would you share that, Sithra? You want me to share it?
I'll say that in character.
Okay.
Say that in character. I'll save that for the.
Wait, are you saying it right now?
No.
Okay, just checking.
This letter's crazy.
That breaks my heart. So here's the question, because you've said it had like, you know, different things, but
Mhm.
what would have happened if we hadn't brought
Hadn't brought what?
Belinda with us? Like if we hadn't brought her with us, would she still be alive?
Possibly, yeah.
Who knows? Or maybe she just would have died somewhere else.
She probably would have been dead when we got
When
back.
you tried to
But-
cheat death, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, the attempt was on Sithra. You know, and the thing is the arrow aims true, but there are, you know, like armor and shields don't matter to it. It's a type of weapon you guys actually will encounter more often.
Oh,
There's
no.
actually lore regarding why it does the way it does.
Like a heart seeker
Oh.
arrow almost.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, looks
Alright,
like I'm
well-
gonna have to pick up a bow.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed. I'll see you
Yep.
guys.
Oh,
Miss
good.
Good night.
Bow, but damn.
What do we name the session?
Oh my god.
A butterfly's wings. or maybe the-
Butterflies. Something with butterflies for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Maybe like a swarm of butterflies or something.
A butterfly beats its wings.
The smell of innocence.
Yo, that's crazy. A butterfly beats its wings. That's crazy.
That's upsetting.
It's so
Butterfly
upsetting.
beats its wings.
Ugh.
Oh.
We killed a child.
Yo.
That's rough, buddy.
It's real rough.
10
Theo,
out of
you did a
10.
damn good job. Like I will give you that.
Yeah.
But also now I see why you're like you've been joking about like Natalia fucking destroying shit if something happens to Belinda.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is a lot of this was, you know, I had a few ideas what could possibly happen. You know, and I never feel good about pulling heartstrings, but
No, the thing is it's a good tool to have in your kit, and also
Yeah.
you did a damn good job at it. Because I have been telling you specifically, this is also my baby. I'm like, I've adopted her. This is my child now, and it's Natalia's baby.
yeah.
Uh,
But I'm willing to
gonna
bet
go to
that
bed.
that a certain
Yeah,
villain has
thanks.
become the ultimate enemy of the party at this point.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that guy's.
100%.
I mean, I'm just
After-
regretting not attacking him sooner.
I know that's the
I
whole
went
thing. is, like,
non-lethal. It's like I should have just killed him.
yeah, No, that's fair.
But because I saw kin, right? I thought.
Yeah.
I
And
got
so,
it.
from what you saw, there's other implications. I will message you, Sithra, just to make sure that you're aware of
I
what
have
you
an
saw.
idea based off what you told me before. I think.
Yeah, I
know
want to
what just
make sure you're
happened.
aware of that. So that way you
And
have
it's
the
like-
option of communicating that. You know.
Yeah, and also for me, I think the fact that that was the case makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
I think for him too. Yeah. So I mean, that's just like oh gosh, just a lot of stabs happening.
Yeah, I was
Always
gonna
something
play.
to
I was
happen.
gonna play in the arms of an angel, but I figured that would be a bit too much.
Oh,
Well, good night, guys. I'm
Theo.
gonna head out. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good night.
Good
have
session.
mercy. All right, yeah. I'm taking
All right,
off.
thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Day.